Hello, you guys. How is everyone doing? I'm sorry that I'm late. Y'all, I've been putting out all types of fires. Y'all know I'll be oh, it's been hectic. I've been doing everything. I've been working, I've been painting, I've been doing everything. I was like, I gotta give me a husband. Because I've been painting and it looked good. It looks good. I'm getting new furniture and stuff. I was like, I want my walls painted. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been painting and working and running and talking to clients and all of that crazy stuff, child. I know that's right. I gotta give me a husband so I can get so he can paint. He can do all this house stuff. Shoot. I felt good. Like when I started painting the first two walls, I was like, "Oh my God!" Y'all probably hear echo because a lot of my rooms and stuff are vacant because I'm getting new furniture. But I painted the first wall. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm doing so good." The wall looked good. I painted the second wall, and it looked good. And then by the time I got to that third wall, where the TV is on, and I was like, I gotta get a man. It's just that's it. That's all. I gotta get me one because he got to do this stuff around, around this house. And I'm still not finished. I'm still not finished. Okay. But I appreciate you guys. I didn't come on at all yesterday, child, because when I got home, I was painting. I was painting. When I got in the bed, when I got in the bed, y'all, I had to ease in the bed. I had to ease in the bed. My back and knees and stuff was hurting me so much. All on my knees, bending over, painting on the floor. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Anyways, y'all, I was going to clean, I got a carpet cleaner. I was like, I can clean my own carpet and stuff. I said, damn all that. I went on ahead and called the carpet folks. I said, I ain't got the energy. It's a darn shame. My mama called. She said, what's going on? I said, I'm painting. Ooh, Lord have mercy. My mama said, you can't be doing all that and you getting old. But anyway, y'all, I wanted to Oh Lord have mercy. Lexi says, if you was in New York, I would help you. Oh, I wish I was. At this point, anybody. Anybody. I had called my cousin. I was like, you want to make some extra money? He was like, yeah, cuz, I went and had that cataract surgery and all that. I said, don't even worry about it because I can't take him paint all over my stuff. The last cousin I had to paint for me, one of my other places that I was living in, he was like, he painted over all my clothes. I had just bought a beautiful black suit, and then he gonna come there. Hey, it's paint all on this suit. I cried like a newborn baby. I said, you painted my clothes. Well, they was in the closet, just slinging paint everywhere. Ooh. Anyway, y'all. I wanted to talk about, is Young Dolph's murder a cover up? Y'all know I guess I must be a cuckoo bird too. Cause I got family members crazier than road lizards. I said, Lord, I was like, Lord, I guess I'm a little crazy too. I guess I am a little kooky. Hold on, y'all, that's my client. Hold on, y'all.
Unknown caller.
Ooh, yeah, I ain't gonna even tell no stories. I got a client. I was hoping that they wouldn't. And hey, anyways, I was hoping they wouldn't pay but they pay. So, anyways, y'all, I was ready to say, I guess I must be a little kooky too. My mama I said I am, but I guess I must be a little kooky because I got family members that's crazier than relatives. Anyways, y'all, I wanted to talk about is Young Dolph's murder a cover up? Was he taken out for land? And the reason I decided to do this, I was looking at it when I decided to do this topic. I was like, it's funny how everybody has his or her own opinion about different situations, and what people believe, but it's based on a lot of stuff that had been put out, right? So I've never really talked on it because it's some things that I just have refused to speak on. But I guess this will be the time to do it, to speak on this. you know um hey, I think everybody has a difference of opinion as it relates to a cover up, and then you can't be vague with that. When you say cover up, what do you mean? What would be covered up, and what would be the reasons for covering it up, right? And so then you have to go to, I like to go to the facts. Then you go to the facts, right? And so let me turn off some stuff before the Bozy and them start trying to hack in. And well, actually, let me turn on some stuff. Anyways, countdown John and them likes to hack in. And so, because this is a sensitive topic, right? And so, because I know people want to push a narrative, and you have to think about, you guys, there are a lot of vloggers on here that have a lot of different fake pages, and on their main page where you know them, okay, they would want to, they're pushing, like they're saying, right? No, I like Young Dolph's family. I don't have any issues. I want Young Dolph's family to get justice. And then on another page, all of these off-brand pages, it be some of these vloggers, and it's just all about money, pushing a crazy, 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 crazy narrative, right? And so, anyways, people was talking about, is Young Dolph's murder a cover up? Was he taken out for land? Okay. And like I said, it's something that I never would have spoken on because I thought it was just too ludicrous to even talk about. When people was talking about, we know the type of properties and stuff that Young Dolph was buying. It's the type of properties that everybody buy, which is at the houses that have gone into, not into, well, some into foreclosure, but mostly houses that people have lost because of not paying taxes, right? And so right before COVID, and people started getting all that money going buying the houses and stuff, the houses were like $2,400, no more than $8,000. I know over at the land place, because my dad and my aunts and them bought up a whole lot of houses, right? The exact same thing that Young Dolph was doing. It were affordable. Anybody could have bought them. They do is they buy them, they fix them up, and then they rent them out or resell them. That helps to bring the neighborhoods back up. And you're talking about neighborhoods like North Memphis, South Memphis, Binghamton, Castelia, all of these areas, right? These are where these houses are. People have, for some reason, families don't pay the taxes when grandmama, granddaddy died, and they allow the houses to go back to the city or the county. And what they do is they put the properties up for sale if you pay the taxes on them, right? And you fix them up and you can make residual income. Now, here's the thing that I've always said. I never will speak on it because I just thought it was too crazy to speak on. But here's the thing that I've always said. I've always said that if they didn't want Young Dolph to have the houses or anybody else, they never would have had the houses up for sale, right? They never would have had them up for sale, and they didn't have to put them up for sale. These were houses that was vacant. Nobody was living in. They was going to tear them down to the ground. Okay. So that is completely thrown out when they get to talking about they sell land and everything too. The land was even cheaper, than the houses. So there was like all of this stuff that was put out there about, they wanted to buy land and they wanted Young Dolph's land and all of that. Right? They never would have had the land up for sale. They don't have to put the land up for sale. They could steal everything or sell it to their family members like they always did, right? Young Dolph can't just go and buy land that is not put up for sale by the city or the county. The city or the county put it up for sale. So why would they be mad at Young Dolph for buying it? If they didn't want to list it and they wanted to keep it, they just wouldn't have listed it and sold it to a family member so that they could get it. You have to understand, if the power brokers really wanted it, it never would have been out because they run Memphis, the real rich people, right? Okay. So that throws that out. And so, I get really surprised when I've heard some Memphis, and hey, shout out to them, even go with that narrative. Either they don't know how it works as it relates to that, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they don't know how it works, right? And that anybody could have went and bought that land for $800, $900, no more than $8,000 for if it had a house on it. Okay. And so people ask, people say, well, I believe that Young Dolph is his murder is being covered up. Okay, so when you say that it's being covered up, why would you think that it's being covered up? Okay, why would you think that it's being covered up? Because I put the pictures up the other day because I'm a visual person. You have people that have been getting arrested, right? You have people that have been getting arrested. You have Straight Drop, you got Cornelius, you got Orange Mound quit, you got Jamarcus, you got all of these people. Now I would be with everybody else, right? If there was no arrest, right, I would go, okay, well, maybe it's something weird is going on. But so because people want to spin narratives, they want to say, well, they ain't got the right people. Well, Cornelius got to be out of his darn mind to sit up and be, doing whatever it is he's doing as it relates to his part in it. Okay, so I guess the people on the internet know more than the folks who has implicated themselves in it. Folks have even set up and said, well, Jamarcus didn't have no part in it. Well, his part was very minimum. But Jamarcus has said that, that was Straight Drop that was out there. If I'm not mistaken, Straight Drop's mother has been another one. I don't even know if I've talked about that. If I haven't, I'm just putting it out now. Straight Drop's mother even said that identified him or somebody else in his family. It wasn't just Jamarcus as being out there. So do internet freaks supposed to know more than his mama? Do they supposed to know more than his brother? Is Cornelius, who stay up there at the chapel, y'all say he wasn't out there, y'all got more faith in him than he got in himself. So it bothers me, when people come over to my channel and they, somebody had left a comment up under, that they trying to cover up. You ain't even never put your foot in Memphis. They trying to cover up and they want to take Young Dolph out because they wanted that land. All that land that was blight at this point. Some of that land was $200 and $300. Why would they put it up for sale? Right? If they didn't want anybody to have it, they didn't have to put it up for sale. Okay? So, like I said, hey, I can't even believe I'm talking about this, but somebody just had to. I was talking about Glorilla. No, I was talking. Oh, and here's another thing. So some freak of nature, you know, they cowards, so they go and make fake pages. See, I ain't no coward. I ain't got no fake pages. If I'm gonna say something, I ain't gonna go up under nobody else's chat and say nothing because I'm saying I'm a normal person. Okay. But if I go up under there and say something, I'm gonna use my own handler because I'm not a coward. So somebody else, I talked about the police officer that was just taken out. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. And this is why I decided to do a live on this. That's where this started at. They said that I'm trying to cover up for what happened to young Dolph, or they trying to cover up the police officer that was taken out because of it had something to do with the young Dolph's case, and the young man that was taken out, they took him out because he was involved in the young Dolph's case, and they took the police officer out because he was involved in the young Dolph's case. Y'all, what kind of world do we live in when people are this sick? These folks that's on here is sick, and they come into my chat. Mama, tell you something. This is what I do know because I've been in media for a long time. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, you guys. Now, let me get my phone. Child, I be losing. Y'all see, I got so much going on, but we gonna make it today. Anyways, I can't get on here and tell no lies, y'all. First of all, I can't. My mind ain't that sick to be making up imaginary stuff. But this officer lost his life, and they're saying that it could have been friendly fire. Okay, that's what they're saying. But what? How do you connect that to the young Dolph's case, y'all? Let's come on now. Let's be real about this. How do you connect that to the young Dolph's case? They took that officer out. You come on my page and you put that on my page. Why? If y'all say I ain't hardly got no subscribers, why do they feel the need to come over here? Do they know I got I don't have no tolerance for no BS. Number one, my nerves and stuff be bad when it comes to that BS. Okay. But you know, when people say that young Dolph's unaliving is a cover up, the reason I don't think that it's a cover up, you know, I understand how investigations work. I understand when you're trying to get the bigger fish, how it works, and when you're dealing with money. And I can't stand for people to, well, where they since there? How come they ain't went and arrested goddamn black youngster? Okay, maybe because you know they trying to get an airtight case. Hey, I don't work for MPD anymore. Okay, so I don't know. I don't, you know, I don't, the feds is on the case. But whatever it is that they're doing, I trust because they do this all day, every day. And they're not internet gangsters who just came out of the crack house. Okay. I trust that the people who have experience in this, who was involved in getting what we have thus far, I trust that they're gonna do what is necessary to bring justice. So should they go and arrest Gotti? So right now, let's just say they go and get him and Black Youngster and the rest of them that was involved. And it's not an airtight case. Would y'all prefer that they go half-ass do stuff so that they can get off and never be tried again? Would y'all prefer that? Maybe so, maybe people have that urgency. I think some people don't care if young Dolph gets justice. See, I'm one of the ones. I believe in justice, so I don't want a microwave in investigation, because once people are indicted, I want to rest assured that they're not going to get away with what they did, right? But all of this stuff, okay, all of this stuff, Cypress, whatever. What he's the top, he's the top part. Cypress, it started with him and it's gonna end with him. I know you don't want to believe it, okay? But that's who it started with, okay? But as far as talking about that land, y'all, I stayed away from it because it was so ludicrous. There's some things I can't talk about, and because it makes me mad to talk about it. When stuff is stupid and I know people just making up stuff, I get fire engine mad. Okay, so I stay away from talking about it because I know things that trigger me make my temper explode. That was one of those things because I couldn't believe that people believe that stuff that's crazy like that. Okay, it's one thing when people are out of town, they don't know how it works when you go and get that land, and that land $200 and $300. Okay, and then you go get those houses, and those houses was no more than $8,000 just sitting there. They're gonna tear them down. So people losing grandmama and granddaddy houses to taxes instead of paying the damn taxes on it every year and making residual income. A lot of them so trifling they won't live in them and won't pay the taxes on the house even paid for. So it goes back to the county. They put them up for sale. The houses be raggedy, about to fall over, and you get investors, and that's what young Dolph was doing. He was investing to buy those houses. Before COVID, folks was not even interested in those houses. And you buy them, and you get somebody to go in there and clean them up and fix them up, put roofs on them, and then you put them up for rent. Ain't nobody nobody want to try to take young Dolph out for no damn properties. People wanted to take young Dolph out, okay, because of how he was progressing in the music industry, right? It was because of jealousy. It didn't even really have anything to do with him saying anything in a rap. It had everything to do with if young Dolph had not been as successful as he was, okay, they'd have laughed at him when he was putting stuff in raps. But because he was successful, they could not stand it. That's it. That's all. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn properties. I don't care if somebody they from Memphis, sir, that I wouldn't give a F. They don't know then. Either that or they off. Okay? That ain't what it was. I can't even, look, I'm not going to lose my temper talking about these folks is trying to connect what happened with the officer and the young man that was just taken out. That was Venice's little cousin that was taken out. I told y'all Venice and them got a big family. With the officer, they was trying to connect. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay, because he's Venice's family. They took him. Y'all, I ain't got. Look, I was trying to figure out how in the F when I get back on here. Why is they trying to say that the young man was connected to young Dolph? That boy wasn't connected to know what happened to young Dolph. I wouldn't even understand it. I just had an epiphany just then. These folks is sick on here. One thing ain't got nothing to do with another. That boy wasn't involved in what happened to young Dolph. That's a young man that was out there wilding out. Okay. And it's unfortunate what happened to him. It's unfortunate what happened to the officer. It's a cover up. That's the reason why I got a lawyer. I'm not giving these folks on here. You're not gonna make money off a line on me. Some of these folks ought to be put in damn straight jackets. Okay. It just so happens when it happened, Vanessa found she was getting phone calls because she was supposed to come up on my panel, and she was like, "Girl, they calling me saying that that was her cousin's her first cousin's little child that was taken out. They saw a brother come in here and tell Vanessa, that was such and such little son that was taken out, their cousin." One thing ain't got nothing to do with another. He wasn't involved in the Young Dolph's case at all. Okay. Hey, it's unfortunate what happened. They're saying now that it could have been friendly fire, meaning that they made a mistake. One of the officers they were shooting made a mistake and hit one of the other officers. I don't know. But that one thing ain't got nothing to do with another. I was like, how in the hell? These folks are sick. But hey, anything to perpetuate a lie and to get views, right? Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna open up the lines, okay? I'm gonna open up the lines. The number is up there on the screen, 662-471-8841, okay? And you know how people when they want to perpetuate it, like she had to get up there and say that. Why the fuck would I want to get up here if he had something to do with Young Dolph's case? Hell, I didn't protect Black Youngster ass. Why would I protect him? Okay. I see a pattern of you become a target when you have your own company, a CEO, independent, intelligent. That's true. So it's sad that people don't want to just put out their lies. Okay. I don't know why they don't just put out their stuff, right? And mind their own business. Just put out your lies and hope folks believe it. And then everybody that look at your stuff don't believe you. They just want to see how stupid you are. Get a good laugh. Okay? They just want to get a good laugh off of you. But it's amazing to me. Like I said, I had not been on here like that. But it's amazing to me when I log in and I see that comment. I was like, what in the F? These folks is really loco. And so in order for somebody was telling me that what happens is there's certain vloggers that go into their backstages or in their members and they perpetuate garbage to their members and tell lies on other vloggers. I don't have a sick mind, so I don't care. So, it's amazing to me how gullible so many people are. So what they do is they wander out of them members meetings, those cult meetings. They wander out like wandering with their head bobbing like a damn. They just come up out of an AAA meeting and they bobbles and wanders on over here to my channel with their head bobbing, like the fool that they are. And they start commenting because they've allowed a vlogger who ain't trying to do them get their money anyways, get them emotional, to make a fool out of them. Okay? After they come out of the AA meeting, all of them crazy. Okay? But do I believe that his murder is a cover-up? No, it's not a cover-up. No, it's not a cover-up. It's not. It's not a cover-up. I don't believe that it is a cover-up. I understand that investigation, a real good investigation, is perpetual and it takes time. Don't y'all know if some of these people have been, that the big fish have been arrested already that would be their lawyer's dream. But the longer it takes, they know it's the more stuff they get in, and it's going to be harder for them to get their client out of it. That stresses them out too, right? But when you have a microwave situation going on, I mean, hey, no, it's not a cover up. They go, Cornelius Cornelius didn't do that. Okay. It's amazing to me. They have more faith in these folks than they have in themselves. Hi, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara. Go ahead and speak your piece.
What's up, girl?
What's up? What's going on? Who is this?
Hey, it's Black Man. Groceries in the house.
It's who?
Groceries, Black Man 304.
For some reason, you're real low. I just heard 304 or something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said it's Black 304. It's groceries in the house.
It's groceries in the house? Oh, oh, now I know what you're talking. Oh, that be you. So that be you talking about the groceries all the darn time.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you called in. What you got to say about this?
Fuck Gotti, long live Dolph.
Well, we can't say the F words. You know how they be getting.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
But do you think?
Long live Dolph. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so do you think that he was taken out? Do you believe he was taken out because of some land that cost no more than the land was no more than $900? Do you think they take him out for that?
All right, so supposedly a 40K hit was a $900 part of some land. Nah, absolutely not. Nah, they've been after him for a grip. It's pretty common. You know what I mean? Anybody with any kind of sense. Gotti was mad that Dolph was coming up. He ain't like it. He wanted it fixed.
I mean, that sounds about right to me. I mean, and he even sounds more logical than the other stuff. That was a pattern of trying to take him out. I mean, a pattern dating all the way back from 2016.
100 shots.
And Young Dolph put it in his music. He put it in his interviews. He left all the clues behind.
Hey, you know what? Me and my wife was writing down. I was actually writing through. I actually just come through Memphis. Actually, I left from Butterball over in Jonesboro, Arkansas. I came through, I come through Memphis through a little bit. We was listening to a song. I got a bump though. I got a bump Dolph seat. But I was coming through, and he said, "I heard you got a hit out on." I heard him in his lyrics say that. I forgot what song it was.
Really?
Have you heard that? Yeah.
No, I hadn't heard that.
For sure.
I'm gonna have to ask Rest in Peace Young Dolph what song that is.
Yeah, he said, "I heard you got a hit out on me." I'm like, what?
Oh wow. Well.
Yeah, it was kind of spooky because I don't. Well, so Dolph has got a couple of posthumous songs going, and AI came a long way. I don't think. Don't quote me on it, but I don't think it was on Spotify. It was on Spotify. All right, it was on Spotify. I think that was really him saying that. I don't think there's no kind of AI or nothing like that.
No, I bet it was him. He knew that. Remember now, Mr. Ian said 6 months before they took him out, he had told him that they was trying to take him out. But I'm sure that he knew way before then, because he actually did an interview and he said something about, he's been hit at, people tried to take him out 2 or 3 times. He said that y'all know of. It's been actually more than that.
The song is called who, baby? All right, so how you spell it? That sounds. The song is called Gelato.
Oh, Gelato. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Tam, you need to check it out. When I heard that, it kind of freaked me out. I was in here bopping, bebopping, grabbing gears and all. And I heard you got a hit out on me. I'm like,
I could. What she say? I couldn't hear. What did she say? I heard you got to hit on me. What?
Hang on one second. Let me see your phone. I'm gonna read these lyrics to Miss Tam. I think it's like the second verse. Verse 2? Alright, let me see. Heard you got a hit out on me. Hope they got a good aim. Pussy. I got on 6 chains. 3 big diamond rings. That's verse 2 in the song Gelato by Young Dolph.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, he knew it. He knew it.
It really freaked me out. You know, every time I'm in, on your live, I be talking stupid. You know what I mean? But I just be playing. I'm playful. You know what I mean? Life is too short to be unhappy, so I like to try to be happy. I'm still full-fledged long-lived Dolph. Like I actually, it's a couple of if anybody in here got a fire stick, you know what I'm talking about. The Amazon fire stick if you run it on your CBS computer.
Yeah.
And I got on YouTube and I was looking at a couple of documentaries and then went all the way back and it actually had Young Dolph and Yo Gotti on stage together.
Yeah.
And they played the whole timeline out throughout their beat. And I'm sorry, man. Everybody can be mad at me. If I hear Gotti come across my Pandora or my Spotify on mine, I will straight get it. I'm not interested. Straight like that. I don't want to hear nothing dude got to say, man. Like, he just wants to do his own thing. Like, hey, play, I appreciate you, but I'm good. I want to see my own money do his own thing. It was released when? Good job, man. February 2nd, 2017 is when that song Gelato was released. So they must have been had this in the works for a grip.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
That's when the song Gelato was released, is what you said, honey?
It was on a mixtape of several other songs. It's the 16th mixtape by American rapper Young Dolph. The mixtape was released on February 2nd, 2017 by Coverup.
Well, if you heard anything, I'm on a blue pair of headset right now. I'm on a trucker headset, but yeah, man, that spooked me out. And then she just told me, so February 2nd, 2017. Yeah, that's been in the works for a grip.
Yeah. So, like right after that, then, because I think on February 22nd of 2017, that's when they hit at him again. They had already hit at him in 2016. They probably was already hitting at him. I think that's the reason why this investigation is perpetual, even before, because Young Dolph was not reporting it. If it didn't make the news, he was not going to report it. And then they hit at him again in September of 2017. And then, if I'm not mistaken, they hit at him again in 2018, and that was not publicized. And then they took him out in 2021. That's just sick.
Hey, my bad about the F word earlier, Miss Tammy. I forgot about all that, but yeah, I just I don't know, man. So long after the same person, man. It's kind of like Tom and Jerry a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like the Tom and Jerry movie. It's sad. It really is. It's sad on a whole lot of levels, that they could not coexist. It was enough money for everybody. Hey, everybody have their shine. You know, I just can't understand what all of this was about. Why was it? Why? There would never, I will never understand it. I won't. I don't care if I was a street person, and because I'm not just, you know, people say, well, you ain't in the street, you don't understand. It's a lot of hardcore street dudes that's not emotional that don't understand it. And they've been in the street for years and they don't understand it. They can't make sense of it because he had not done anything to him.
Man, you wanna know what's crazy too, man? And I mean, Memphis has always been on some other stuff. You know what I mean? But since Dolph was someone gets to really amp up, like this went through the roof. Hey, I tell you what, too. I think, man, you just had a conversation or two once on your live. You know I'm a truck driver. I drive 18.
Yeah.
And I, well, considering that my boss has a contract with Butterball Turkey, I come through her a whole lot more often. I don't know if it's he's like, oh, well, you black, so you should fit in. I don't know. I don't feel even easy coming through me because I come through her laid back. I mean, the highest gear I got, 13. I got a 13 speed. The highest gear I got, black to the wood with my black beside me. You should have to feel uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, I don't blame you. I definitely want to stop and rest because look at what they did to the female truck driver.
Think about this. What about Loves? What happened there not long ago?
At Loves?
You ain't heard about that?
No.
Must be a murder at Loves. I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month at Loves.
Oh wow.
Where do you think I get my fuel primarily? Yeah, I get my fuel primarily at Loves.
You're talking about right there off of the expressway, like in East Memphis, yeah.
I don't underestimate Memphis, man.
Memphis Young. No, I was talking to Memphis Young. He said it's taking them folks that long to figure that man case out. So what that tells you, it don't seem like to me they trying to figure it out. I don't know what you're saying. I mean, I don't know what you mean when you say it takes that long to figure it out. It seemed like to me they got to figure it out. What don't they have figured out, Memphis Young? But anyways, I appreciate you calling. I have another call coming in.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, take it. Be cool. Holler at me, Miss Sam.
Okay, I will.
Yes, ma'am. See you.
The caller that was just on the other line, you could call back. They hung up. Call back. So what is it that they're trying to figure out? Because it don't seem like to me that they're trying to figure out anything. It's one thing to not know. It's another thing to know it and to prove it. He's saying Cornelius the fall guy, so I told him. Oh no, Cornelius is. See, Memphis Young. See, listen. I don't think that Cornelius is the fall guy. Okay, I didn't see what I didn't see your other what you call. So I don't think that Cornelius is the fall guy. I don't think that he is. I don't think that Cornelius is the I don't think that Cornelius is the fall guy. I think you're gonna see that, Memphis Young. I think that you are. I don't think that he is the fall guy. Hey, if anybody ever had any doubts, I don't think that Cornelius is the fall guy, because I think that, from my Cornelius, I don't think that he is. And Cornelius not a fall guy. He got family that was around. Drop is one of his people videos. Teasy 2. Just say it's going to be an unsolved case until someone solves. It's already been solved. I don't know what you mean. Are you saying that Straight Drop and them didn't do it? Is that what you're saying? because the experts have already solved it. Nobody on YouTube can, not unless you know somebody that was involved in it, because maybe you know something. If you saying that they got the wrong people, Memphis Young, do you know what happened? Do you know who it was? You tell me who it was. Help us out. Help us out. Y'all hit that like button. I need for everybody to hit the like button. I ain't been on here, so it takes you out of the algorithm. Y'all kick me back into the algorithm, because I'm getting ready to, when I get off here, I gotta roll out of town. He says he just got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Memphis Young, that's not true. And I don't believe you from Memphis either. Not unless you CMG. Memphis Young, let me guess where you from. What's that? Fields or Hill, Ridgecrest, or you from Bay? Gotta be. Aaron said, Miss T, how you feel about Gotti Forbes magazine cover calling him a Memphis mogul? I feel like he paid for that advertisement. Y'all know they pay to be on those magazines, don't it? That's what I think. He paid for it. That's how them folks able to stay in business. Memphis Young, you on here fishing. Okay, so who is the guy that's dead, Memphis Young? Tell me who's dead. Y'all keep talking while I ain't ate nothing because I've been working. Ooh, my legs hurt. Hold on. Oh shit. Memphis Young, who is it? Who is it that's unalive? Tell me, Memphis Young. Tell us. Memphis Young, tell us. Lord have mercy. He can't say too much on here. That's what they all say. Oh, please. Trust me, it ain't nothing that goes on that the folks don't already know. Them folks know. You can't. Memphis Young, so why do you think they have? It's probably a big step up. Memphis Young, how do you think they get 1 million pages? How do you get over 1 million pages worth of evidence if they don't know what's going on? Y'all, the lines are still open. Whoever it was that was calling in, you could call back. It's 662-471-8841. 662-471-8841. So you saying that was TZ out there? TZ was out there, but he wasn't no shooter. See, I just told you something. Y'all comes over here fishing for information. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, so TZ and little dude the same height. Great face, I still can't see your comments. They blocked me or something. The feds would be glad to answer any questions you want to know. Y'all, the lines are open. Hey, Lucille. 662-471-8841. What's Cypress say? Cypress said, Yo Gotti ain't the big fish. Well then, Cypress, who is the big fish? Because you done gave about 3 different names. Cypress, who is the big fish if it's not Yo Gotti? Yeah, my little puppies are so adorable. Y'all, don't y'all know I've already sold one, and I'm just dreading for 6 weeks to come because I am not going to want to give him. I shouldn't have named him because I have such an attachment to him. I'm thinking about keeping the other ones. And I am going to keep the girl, but I want to keep the boys too. Teasy got unalive for other stuff. Rearranged that man's face. The delusion is real. Cypress say he gonna do the time for Gotti. I can't front. I don't want to see any more people. I don't want to see no more people get taken out either. I just don't want that. I don't even want to see nobody take Gotti out. I don't want that. They need to stop. I like to see justice served. To me, when you start taking people out, you're giving them the easy way out. You have to let people, you have to let justice be served. Aaron says, you see gorilla. Yeah, I saw that. I did a video on that. Greyface says, they say when he found out who was involved with Dolph hit Memphis would be shocked. Only person I could think of would be shocked about Zebo because Memphis, that ain't, and Zebo ain't gonna be no shock to me either.
From to accept, press 1.
What's going on?
What's going on, baby girl, man? This Memphis y'all.
Oh, okay. I thought you was big. I thought you was Big Stepper. So you don't sound like Big Stepper.
No, this Memphis Young. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the situation.
I think you got the TV or something playing. There's an echo.
No, let me turn my TV down or something like that. No, what I was really trying to say is this right here is a lot of people don't know the man case gonna be, to me, it sounds like it's gonna be a cold case because out of all these years, this man been dead going on 3 years now. So it's to the point now you got so many crooked people that's on the board. I'm from Memphis, right? Matter of fact, I'm in Orange Mound right now, and I know a lot of people that knows Dolph, and that's what's affiliated because I hang around. Now the main case gonna be, I hope they get justice for him. I really do, because I am a big Dolph fan. I used to know him when he used to cut my hair back in the day in Castile. Now, this is the thing right here. They is not go up and just jump and find this man murderer. Because there's too many hands in the cookie jar. There's too many hands in the cookie jar. I know some people, and I'm not going to say no name. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of everybody know who had their hand in that played their part in that man deal. Everybody.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you think Straight Drop was involved? Do you believe that Straight Drop was involved?
I'm not gonna say that, but I know that he had something to do with it. I know he had a little parts to do with it. But as far as the other person that died, we both know. I'm from Memphis, you from Memphis. We know, the city knows. There's one thing about it. We gonna be hush about it, but all these blogs out here that be saying this, saying that, they don't know the truth until they really come to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just figured that man, they'll rest in peace, Lorenz and Wright. I know Lorenz and Wright too. I just figured that man, that's how long it's gonna take for them to figure out.
Well, let me ask you something.
They trying to make a speedy trial.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you think? Well, no, because it's still an ongoing investigation. Well, let me ask you something. Since you're from Orange Mound, do you believe that Orange Mound Quet has something to do with it? Or is he a fall guy in your opinion?
I'm not gonna say he a fall guy. I'm not gonna say that either, because I be around some of his people with saving stock. It's saving stock one right across the street from Melrose, so I can't say that. But
But what makes you think that Cornelius is a?
And I'm not TMG.
Okay, what makes you think Cornelius is a fall guy?
The reason why I'm saying Cornelius is a fall guy because they said that he stole the Mercedes Benz. He didn't steal the Mercedes Benz. He didn't steal the Mercedes Benz. He sold a car that's similar to the Mercedes Benz that what's the name got killed in. They used to kill Dolph in. He didn't have nothing to do with. They got the fall. You got the fall guys, and you got the guys that was around Dolph, that was watching Dolph every fucking move. See, nobody ain't talking about Makitas and how they set him up. Makitas played a big part in this shit too. That's why it's taking the case so long to get solved, because there's so many hands and shit that's involved in that.
So why would Makitas want to set him up?
You do the math, because he owned Makitas. He had a big ass stock fortune in Makitas.
Well, that could be that could be easily proven though if he had a big stock in Makitas.
Yeah, that man he owned Makitas. You thought that man was grumbling up there getting cookies? I tell you what, I know a person that told me this personally, that you thought he was just going up to the man had stuff. That man had stuff up there, sitting up there. He had stuff that I don't want to talk about over this phone, but I know for a fact that he played a big ass part in Makitas. You feel me? And a lot of people look at it like, damn, how the hell he know this? Because I be around these people.
Do you think do you think that Gotti had anything to do with him being unalived?
I don't think Gotti had nothing to do with it. I think that his brother had something to do with it. I think Anthony had something to do with this shit. I think that, it blew out of proportion. And, I think that when Dolph was talking about Dolph baby mama, I mean, not Dolph baby mama, but Yo Gotti baby mama, and he was talking about Juke, that's what led at the price of shit. When you brought that in there like that, see, there's two sides to a story. I do want justice for Dolph, but it's taking too long. I believe his case will turn. It's the trial. It don't take that long to.
Yes, it do. When it's a big case, when it's a big case, it takes long. And trust me, you don't want a microwave case. You talking about people that's got money.
Yeah,
right. You talk about people that's got money. They're able to hire experts to come in. It'll be a trial long as O.J. Simpson's, if it's not airtight, to try and dispute things that the defense that the prosecutors have said. See, the burden of proof, I'm sure you know that, is up on the prosecutors. And so you don't get 1 million pages just from lollygagging, right? And there's so many people involved, and we know that there are other people.
How long it's been?
It's been almost it's been almost 3 years. But you're talking about investigating several other people, and you're talking about trying to drain the swamp. When you start talking about the people that that we know or at least speculate or suspect that is involved, these people, you talking about NBA money, all of that. You can't just go in there half cocked and they got money to buy buy some of the best attorneys and to get experts and pay people to lie for them. You can't just do that. So that's the reasons why. I mean, I don't think that straight dropping them are fall guys. I don't think Cornelius is a fall guy. From my understanding, Cornelius, I think all of that stuff is going to, it's going to come out. I just don't. If I had a doubt about Cornelius, I don't at this point. I believe what people say. I don't think, they lie on themselves.
Okay, so this right here then. So when Jay Fizzle said we straight drop, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's on his own conscience when he's talking like that, okay? So
But I don't think people said that
they
they felt like Jay Fizzle was saying that because he had something to that Straight Drop was his friend or something like that. I think he's being condescending when he says that. I think he's saying it for other reasons. I don't think he wants Straight Drop out so that they could kick it.
No, I'm not saying it like that either, man. I'm not saying it like that either.
Oh, okay.
Like this right here. I think that I'm gonna end this conversation on this because I'm at work, but I want to get in this situation in this conversation because I'm in these streets every day and night. After I get off work, I go up at the same stop in Orange Mound, hang with my boys and shit. So I know stuff. I hear stuff. I know stuff. I don't talk about it because, like I said, Memphis is so fucking small. You can say the wrong thing, the motherfucker be like, man, why you say that shit? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to that, I just believe Dolph murder it's gonna be like a reality show. It's gonna be like a soap opera because hey, it's nobody is really not putting. You the only person besides any other blogger that I know that talks about that man's murder a lot. And you want it solved. And I'm being honest with you, baby girl. Not lying to you, but you're the only person I know that talks about it. They want to see his murder solved. And a lot of people want to see his murder solved too in the city. And Memphis been hurting behind it. It's been crime after crime after crime after crime. So
yeah, it shifted the city. Like it did. It caused a lot of those little dudes, to be going, at each other, right? It kind of shifted the city. I think it made an explosion as it relates to, especially as it relates to emotions. It made people have to choose, and it caused an explosion as far as crime, because a lot of this crime that's going on has got a lot to do with a lot of these gang members.
Right. It ain't no guidance out there no more. It ain't no structure. After that right there, I mean, Dolph was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dolph was like the hope of the city, really, if you really want to put it that way. He really was the hope of the city. So when they cut the head off the snake, shit, that made everybody vulnerable. You feel me? That made these young niggas out here vulnerable. That made these guns hit the street even more. It's just a lot of stuff. Memphis been cursed for a long time. A long time. But now it's getting to the point that now you can't even walk outside because a motherfucker might shoot you or you might get hit by a straight bullet. And I tell people that all the time, be aware of your surroundings while you down here in Memphis, Tennessee.
I agree. You have to definitely be aware of your surroundings because folks will spot you, and hey, people they look at it as being a lawless city, so they feel like they can go ahead and shank you or snake you or follow you and do whatever because they feel like nothing is going to happen. That's the reason why I say don't play with folks. When they come to your door, take them out and worry about that other shit later. Well, I probably I don't care. I'll just go ahead and fight. You got to go. You're gonna die.
Right, you gotta go. You gotta go because now, we living in a time now in this city now that the mayor, the police could get, and that's everywhere.
Yeah, that's everywhere. That's true.
The judges could get. You can't trust nobody in Memphis, Tennessee.
So let me ask you something. Do you think that Zebo had anything to do with it?
No, I do not think Zebo have nothing to do with it. I think that, if they put him in it, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do you think Moneybag had something to do with it?
I don't know, ma'am. I'm not gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you or nothing like that. I don't know. Maybe what's done in the dark, the shit will come to the light. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm just keeping this shit real. What's done in the dark will come to the light. Everything gonna show in due time. But a lot of people had their hand in that man's death, though. You got to think about it. Yeah, a lot of people. You got to understand, he cut a lot of people off. And, Dolph cut a lot of people off because they didn't want to do the same things that Dolph wanted to do, when it came down to, they thinking that a free handout or this right here. They felt like, shit, Dolph was buying up all the property. Dolph had a lot of property. Like, I can talk about that washer, the side Makitas. He was putting by it. A lot of people don't know that. He was about to buy that washer, that boarded up washer. used to be a watcher back in the day. He was go by that, you know, houses and stuff like that.
He was already buying the houses. He was already buying the houses, and you say you from Memphis, so you already know that those houses over there that they sell, those properties, they didn't cost anything no more than $8,000. They didn't even have to list those houses if they didn't want anybody to buy them. So that's an oxymoron right there. And when I'm saying that's just right for people to say, well, they took him out for land. Hell, the city wanted the land. They didn't have to put it up. They owned the land. They didn't have to sell it if they didn't want him to have it.
Right. That's one thing about it. Yes, that's true. I believe Dolph was so competitive in his music to the point that, you know, when you in a city like this, come on now, you know, Memphis, I love my city, but at the same time, it's a crab in a bucket ass city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if a person sees you making it and doing something better and trying to help the community, shit, what's next? You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody ain't gonna want to see you out there. They gonna throw your ass up under the bus real quick. So, you know, only thing you can do is stay prayed up. I pray for Mia J. I pray for the whole paper round count. It's just that, man, this shit is nerve-wracking. You know, I think about it to his music still to this day because, you know, he inspired me to be the man that I am too. Go out and hustle, go get a bag. You know, he talking about his grandma all the time. You know, shit like that. You gotta try to inspire the kids. See, that's another thing that Dolph was doing too. He was trying to bring goodness to the community and better the community. You know what I'm saying? They're just like Castelia Project. He was actually getting ready to buy Castelia Project. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that either. You know, it's just crazy though. You know, there's something when you talk about something like that. I do know people that's in Castelia. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But I just think that it's going to take a long time to figure that man's case out. I'm just being honest with you. I believe it's going to turn into a Lorenz and Wright case because it took them a long-ass time to figure Lorenz and Wright case out. There's too many motives to the situation with Lorenz and Wright. So they tried to kill young Dolph in Atlanta. And I heard that when I was staying in Atlanta. They was trying to kill him in Atlanta, but they couldn't get him in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just gonna be an ongoing thing because right now, like I said, there's too many murders.
Well, who was trying to take him out in Atlanta? Who was they?
I don't want to talk about that, Dale. I just put your put your spider sense together and think who was trying to take him out in Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? They just couldn't get to him. So they knew what date and what time this man was going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, it's just like Martin Luther King. They knew Martin Luther King was going to be at the Lorraine Motel. They knew he was going to be up on that balcony. That's why they put him, his room was supposed to be at the bottom. They put him at the top. Come on, man, you do the math. You know, they knew Dolph was going to be in Memphis. They knew his location. They knew where he was going to be. They trailed him. They knew all this shit.
So if they trailed him, oh, go ahead, honey. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We know on Lamar and Ketchum, it be a lot of police up and down Lamar and Ketchum. You cannot tell me that it don't be a lot of police down. I rolled past us just a few minutes ago, and it's police galore. You feel what I'm saying? So why they haven't released the video?
Why would they release it though? Why would they release the video and disrupt their investigation when it's still an ongoing investigation? Before people say, you know, they release Nipsey Hussle's Nipsey Hussle's didn't have as many dynamics as Young Dolph's has. Young Dolph's is an ongoing investigation. There's still things that they did not show that was on their parking lot, and they had a right to not show that because it's an ongoing investigation. They had a reason to do that. Why would they present their case to the public before they present it to the trial, to the jury?
Okay, you're absolutely right. Okay, so this is another question right here. why they closed down the Family Dollar store?
Because it was so many big rats. Well, I mean, I'm sure you already know why, because you right up the street. If you're from Orange Mound, they shut down. They had rats running around. They shut down quite a few of them that was in the warehouse. They say it's about to open back up.
Right.
I mean, they had big rats running everywhere.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Okay, so this is another thing I'm going to ask you a question too. Okay, when he was at the gas station, why they didn't have footage from all that though? I mean, this guy came everywhere on Lamar Kitchen. We both know that.
It seemed like to me. It seemed like to me. You trying to see what I know, because you already know they got all of that footage. It seemed like me. You trying to shake me down for some information. I'm maybe thinking I ain't put out some information, but everybody already knows that. And you said you're from Orange Mound, so you know that that's a high crime area. That all of those places already had footage. So I mean, they got everything that they were supposed to get.
Yeah. I mean, the way how I see it though, the way how I see this right here, I just see this, like I said, it takes a while. You have to be right. It takes a while for the case to what's tonight. It's a big high profile case, so it's gonna take a minute for it to what's tonight. But I figure like this though, they didn't change judges once. Now there's another judge up there. How could you? This is the craziest thing. How could you let this man get out of jail on a murder? I'm talking about Orange Mound quick. How could you let him get out of jail on a high-profile case? It ain't no way. No other state would have never did it.
Well, you know what? I don't know. You know what? Because his case is so big. I'm sure. I'm almost sure that it wasn't a get out of jail free card. It's definitely for a bigger reason. But I'm not into guessing what it was for.
Right. I can understand that, but it's just crazy as hell to me because if it's free your thug bid. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Like free your thug, this case is a high profile.
Well, it took them 11 years. Hey, people are saying that, see, what Young Thug did was he went and got high-priced lawyers. What they said, they had been watching him for 11 or 13 years. He's got high-priced lawyers, and what they're doing is they're poking holes in a case that could be airtight based on technicalities. And so if they go and arrest, like the bigger fish that are involved right now, they got the money to get those type of high-priced lawyers too, and that's what they'll do. That's why things have to be airtight and steel, where it can't be no holes poked in it.
Right. You're absolutely right. I just wanted to talk about this. I ain't trying to, hold you too long and nothing like that, because, like I said, whenever I get around my mom brothers and we gonna talk, I'll just keep you updated on a lot of stuff. But until then, I love your podcast. I love what you talk about. I think you should take it more farther than what it is. And keep these prayers and ups about Young Dolph, man. Justice for that man. Get that man some justice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hon. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. If you all would like to call in, the number is 662-471-8841. And so he said himself, people get into talking about the cookie shop. Like I said, nobody credible has told me anything about the cookie shop. I've heard, when it first happened, there was all of this speculation about, Young Dolph actually owned the cookie shop. Well, I mean, if he did, that should be on paper, right? If he owned the cookie shop. And then there was people saying that he had a stash up there. Well, let's just say he had a stash up there. What would that have to do? What happened was, I guess they caught him going in to get his stash. One thing has nothing to do with another. Like I said, if the police and the FBI start doing some arrests as it relates to the cookie shop, then I'll say that the cookie shop, was involved. But even if he had a stash up there, I hear people say, well, how come Raven won't say it that he had a stash up there? I would, if I had somebody's stash and stuff, I wouldn't tell it either. They wouldn't tell it either. The people that's saying it. So one thing has nothing to do with another. I know people, feel differently about that, but hey, I've heard people say, and I think I'm gonna walk on a tightrope when I say this, why was why was Raven doing interviews with certain people? It don't necessarily mean that because she was doing interviews with certain people that it don't mean anything other than the people they know she brought the views. As of right now, that's the only thing that I could say about that, because I can't be accusatory as it relates to the cookie shop at all. Like I initially said before, as I had initially said before, I don't know who worked in that cookie shop, and whoever worked in there, it don't really mean anything. But the young man said that he says they knew they had been after him. The young man that just got off the phone, they knew where he was. They knew where he was going to be at, and they followed him. So if they followed him, how could the cookie shop be involved? And he's absolutely right about that. I agree with you, the young man that just called in, Memphis Young. I agree with you on that, because that's what I was told. He was followed, and then one of them boys said, there you go, right there, and they followed him. So, hey, it's a lot of stuff that I don't say, but listen, it all comes out anyways, because I be making my own money. So I'm not going to, people want to eat off of what but then they also, after they repeat what they then want to turn around and discredit you and go into a debate and dispute it, right? Because, they want to eat some more. Hold on, y'all, because I'm finna eat too. Hold on. Oh. Y'all hit that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? Hold on, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Woo! What is my taco sauce? Oh, here it is, right in my eyes. It would have beat me. If, Lord, right in my damn face. Whew. It's getting chilly outside and stuff again. I can feel the air coming in through my patio. Y'all hit that like button. Yeah, anybody want to call in 662-471-8841? I thought Cypress said he was gonna call in. JT, thank you for the $5, JT. He said Memphis is a melting pot in 2024. People have moved here from all over the place, really don't know who's credible or just spewing BS. That's true. But I tell you, I've been here since since I came out of the womb, or in Memphis rather.
From
Rhonda Leggett.
Tick.
How you doing, Rhonda?
Hi, Tamara. How are you?
Great. How about you?
I'm doing okay. This is my first time calling in, and I just wanted to say hello to you and the chat, and just say I love the show. I appreciate it. And I'm from South Carolina. I'm not from Memphis, but I've been following you ever since you've been on. And I love everybody in the chat. And just wanted to let you all know my husband and I listen to you all the time. And that he passed away on March 21st. And so I just want you all to keep me in your prayers.
I sure will. Was it a long ailment or was it unexpected?
It was unexpected. He had a stroke. And so, yeah. And so I just wanted to say hello to you guys. I've been missing and acting since. And I just really enjoy the show. Well, I appreciate all of you guys.
Well, thank you. And we'll definitely be praying for you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. I know how that feels. My dad was up 1 year and the next year he was gone. And it ain't had nothing to do with no hex. Whoever believe that, they'll be dead next year. Y'all make sure y'all call in. Area code 662-471-8841. I'm sorry for eating in y'all ear. Y'all have not eaten. And then I gotta. She said it'll be 1 year, May 19th. The owner of FedEx lives in Memphis. I thought they said he sold FedEx because they laid off a lot of people after he sold it, I believe. Real Deal Lee says it'll be 1 year for my grandma. Yeah, I'm getting to a point where I can't eat cheese. It has to be certain cheese. See, they be using this generic cheese, and it makes me sick to the stomach. So that's why I have to buy certain cheeses and shred it myself. Just by the caller saying that I'm kind of feeling the back door was open, Miss T, when can't rule out his people. Well, I mean, anybody has a right to say whatever or believe whatever it is that they want to believe. But, you know, if the back door was open with the way them folks been snitching, oh, excuse me, why won't they tell on the people that was in Young Dolph's camp since they was already at odds? That should have been the first thing they did before they tell on their own mans, as they say in New York. Before they tell on their own mans, why don't they tell on the people that supposedly snake young Dolph? Because if somebody did it now, and people know everything that happened, if somebody snaked him, it seemed like to me that they should say who it was. The name would have been come up, not internet vloggers who are trying to get views, throwing names out there. I'm talking about has some type of proof that he was actually snaked, right, by some of his people. Big Dolph is bigger than big head, forehead. Y'all hit the like button for me, talking about their loved ones passing away. Yeah, whoever wants to call in, you know. I'll give a recap of what I was talking about earlier. Somebody had came into my when I logged in today. Child, I can't even stay. I wasn't even on here yesterday, and I logged back in, and they already been messing with me, talking about they're trying to connect what happened to the young man and the officer to young Dolph's case, right? And somebody says that I know that I forget what I deleted the comment. Let me see if sometimes when I delete the comments, I might have blocked the person. Hold on, let me see. Sometimes it'll still show up. I know it had to have been a crazy person. It ain't even worthy of going back and looking at. But yeah. And they said I'm trying to cover up that, that it was about land. That's what they were saying. It was about land. And the officer, now I see what. Thank you, Great Face, for the $50. He said I will call, but my arthritis acting up. Thank you, Great Face, for the super dollar super sticker. I appreciate that so much. So I had not even addressed Kane Life gifted 5. Oh my God, I didn't even see that. Kane Life gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Kane Life. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know if Kane Life is still on here, but I missed that. I didn't know that Kane Life had gifted 5 memberships. I don't know how I missed that at all. I don't know how I didn't see it. I must have been working with that phone or something. But I appreciate that, Kane Life. Right. Sosa James says, did you see the video of Raven yet? Hold on. Did you see the video of Raven yet? YouTube, this can't be Life 2021. No, I hadn't seen the video of Raven. But they cookie folks have been suspicious. Lucia says, Real Deal Lee has been a member for 17 months. Thank you, Real Deal Lee. Y'all run the likes up. Like I said, I and he's right. People in Memphis know what happened, right? It's a lot of stuff that I don't say, but and it's a lot. It's people. It's people that has been knowing. The police know. I mean, I just, hey, I don't know what to say, because like I said, listen, Hey, I listen. I never heard that the cookie shop was involved. I asked somebody. I did. I promise to God, I asked them. Or I tried. I said it in a way to get an answer. I said I have not accused the cookie shop, and the person said good. Okay, the person said good. So that just kind of let me know right there. Then later on I heard that you know young Dolph was, I believe spotted him. They spotted him on, well, I won't say all that. All of that stuff gonna come out. But the thing about it is, y'all, like I said, I can't be I cannot be involved in I'm not a bloodthirsty vampire. So I can't be involved in being accusatory. I mean, let's just say if they say that he was stashing at the folks' shop, hell, it don't mean that they had anything to do with it. At the very most, he might, if that, he let's just say if that was true. That's if that was true. I don't want to say that about a black business, and I don't know that. I don't want to put that negative connotation on their cookie shop that they were selling paraphernalia out of their shop, and I'm not sure that they were. But let's just say that they was. At the very most, they could have trailed him on his way there for whatever reasons, right? So just Leah says, respect Miss T. Young Dog says, she know what I'm talking about. That's her guy. The real Lord Action. Where in New York you at? I'm from the Bronx. Black Zoo says, Miss Tam, I seen some video come up lately. Why all the cleavage? Who got their cleavage out? Who got their cleavage out? Me? Well, I'm gonna say who got their cleavage out? Hey, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good.
So what's the word?
Y'all feel alive? I was listening to the show. I listen to your show sometimes. I just want to call in. I'm from Memphis also.
I could tell. We all got the same accent.
Yeah, I was just listening to the guy that said he's from the mound and was asking all the questions and stuff. I think I had rewinded it because I started the live late, but I was just listening. I be listening. I saw all the people talking about dog, the different guys you got on there from North Memphis that kind of deal with Gotti and all that. Like I be going back and forth with my brother sometimes talking about this dope case. And it really plain as day. I really everything you say, I'm kind of on the same page with what you be saying about the situation. It's kind of like straight arrows to where all the drama came from and who did everything. Like I can't write in stone who did what, but if you got common sense, it's really kind of easy.
Absolutely. It was only one group of people that had a consistent pattern. And listen, I think that Mr. N was credible when he said you could ask Daddyo. I reached out to Daddyo. He told them folks that they 6 months before it happened. Thank you for the cash app, M Rose. He said he told them folks 6 months before it happened. I think that man wouldn't get on there and say that knowing that they on the internet looking at this stuff and that he could be called as a witness or whatever. I don't think he would have got on there and said that.
Yeah, like, I'm a grown man, so I be listening to them other guys, man. I understand even the guys that grew up with Gotti and all that, and they want to defend them and do all that online, but I'm from Memphis. I'm 43 years old. I grew up listening to more Gotti than I even did Dolph. But when they killed Dolph, they really touched me for some reason. I like Dolph music. I started dealing with them more so after the fact. But the way they did that and how, like I got little, I'm from Memphis, so I got a lot of hood niggas and stuff around me and all this type of stuff. So I be preaching to these youngsters.
because it's just like. How you so in your feelings? Listen, I guess somebody's words make you kill somebody. They do it every night, but I'm saying for you to be getting your feelings over some words or over a video, man, you worse than a female. That's how I feel about it. For you to stoop that low and then take somebody's life over some words, it just saying to me, it's like you more emotional than a woman.
And that's exactly what it was all about, because that's just what at that and jealousy. I feel like if he had not been having the type of emotion that he was having, they would have laughed at him. But he was making traction and he was getting more and more popular. He was already popular. He was just making traction. So more people was listening to him. He was just doing the darn thing. If he didn't have no traction, I don't think they would have even cared.
Well, yeah, what I understand from some street guys' views, but I be trying to break these niggas' mentality sometimes. Some of these guys in the street, they live by different codes. They see life in a whole different perspective than what me and you may see. The way we speaking it, you got to really break into their minds to even get them to understand what we saying, because they really live by these codes that ain't nobody living by. All this no submission, all this I'm a street nigga, all this kill somebody and people doing all these crimes. Like I said, when we were coming up, at least the people when I was coming up still had some type of morals and standards about life. But these kids nowadays, they'll kill and shoot a whole woman and kill women and do everything. They just ain't no morals or nothing to nobody. And these people still trying to live by rules that ain't nobody else playing by. The streets are dead. The streets been dead. People get killed, and they find out once they get in them interrogation rooms and get 100 years thrown in their face, and they go snitch on their best friend. But they want to hold these rules up like they mean something when they don't.
They start breaking the rules when they start looking at them packages that them folks got. They start breaking they so-called rules behind closed doors when they start looking at on them million pages and stuff. That see, I don't understand why these folks don't understand that the first law of survival is self-preservation. Them folks, even straight drop ain't gonna want to. He already don't want to do 100 and do 60 years. I don't know why they think that he just gonna if he don't have to do 60 years. I don't know why they think he gonna just do them if he don't have to. If he can tell some stuff and get less, that's what's gonna happen.
It's really simple, like basically just like you say for all the people that act like they don't understand. Without even saying nothing, let's say you got a $1 million person and you a street person, ain't never seen no real money, probably ain't even had $5,000 of your own before. And the guy offers you a certain type of money and offer you a certain type of lifestyle. And these guys, I know for sure these guys out in this city, they'll kill you for $1,000, $500 because they just their mentality. They don't care about nothing. They don't even understand the value of life. So a guy like that, straight dropper, whoever is trying to get on, and he connected to these big people, and these people really got status, they'll do anything for that. So it's really simple for them to point the finger and these guys do that to grab a position. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of these people on the farm, you can go back and forth with some of these people. A lot of these people, they slow. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you have to understand too, a lot of people been put on social media to steer a narrative. And at first, what they was wanting to do was I'm gonna tell you exactly what's happening. This ain't what I'm speculating on. This is what I know for 100% fact. So what they first started trying to do was, when this case first started happening, some people was put on the internet to find witnesses. That was either to make them go missing or to intimidate them, right? So they didn't realize how deep the FBI was in it. And it's gonna be some vloggers to go down. I'm telling you what I know. And so then after that, and it ain't just vloggers, it's some of these trolls that you see. These are people that have been hired to go into chats to try and steer narratives, right? So then when they saw that wasn't gonna work, because nobody knows who the witnesses are, and they got a plenty of them. What they then started trying to do so what they see this, what they're trying to do now, even right now at this point, is they're trying to jury tamper. So if you can start putting out different narratives over the internet, and they know that everybody knows about the Young Dolph's case, right? Even if somebody from a jury say that they ain't heard it, they lying. So what you do is you start trying to put confusion into the atmosphere that, hey, all these conspiracies that, hey, maybe there was a person can say I'm going in with a clear mind, but if they've looked at anything, they've seen all of these different narratives, and it's hard to omit that when you're sitting on a jury, right? So that's basically what they're trying to do at this point.
It amazes me sometimes. I think, I don't know, one of your shows recently, they talking about how they done brought Dolph's body and stored it and laid it. And like, it be amazing how stupid people is saying shit like that, and they know they got cameras all through the city. You can't even pay the traffic like without getting recorded or your license plate getting read.
It was a police cam in the church's chicken lot. It was a be quiet, Remy. It was a police cam. It's back now. It was a police cam sitting right at the end of the church's chicken lot, which means that and it was pointed towards the airways, towards the cookie shop way. The night as soon as that happened with Dolph, they took that camera down. It's back up now, but they took it down. The folks know, they saw everything what happened. They got all the key points of where they first started following Young Dolph at.
Exactly. And then like people think, like you were just telling somebody, well, I don't know what makes people think they're gonna break out all the video footage and all the evidence they got to prove something to us. When the shit hit the fan, they gonna see it. They gonna see it anyway. So like you said, you know, I just had a call because I just be listening to some people. I be like, if people really this stupid, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really plain today. But people be playing and trying to be on people's side. I ain't on nobody's side. If Dolph would have did that to the other side, I would have felt the same way.
Me too.
The same thing I'm saying right now. It don't matter who done it because who's ignorant. Dolph wasn't that damn stupid to do nothing like that. Probably gonna get away with it.
That's right.
That's a street mentality. The street mentality has you thinking you above the law because you got money, but these folks don't care about you. But everybody gonna see at the end of the day what it really is. But I ain't gonna hold you up. You know, I just had to say this. I be saying the idiots call in, and these folks be getting emotional. Even the guys you got with these channels, all in their feelings because they ride with a certain team. I ain't riding nobody. I'm riding for common sense.
That's
and
right.
A real man. Nah, I ain't no gangster. I ain't no street nigga. I'm a 9-to-5 nigga. But ain't nobody gonna play with me. But you know, it is what it is.
That's right. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hon. Bye-bye. Shout out to the caller that just called in. He right. You can't even. If there's a camera light at every light in Memphis. There is a camera light on every light at Memphis, which is in Memphis, which is on every intersection, right? So I mean, like I said, hey, they know all the key points, and he's right about. Hey, I agree with him on just about everything that he was saying. He's right. Everybody in Memphis knows what happened. I can't. 1 + 1 is gonna always be 2 to me. 1 + 1 is gonna always be 2. Listen, and hey, that's just what it is. I hate that it happened, but I wish that people, you know, would genuinely really want to see justice for Young Dolph and not just look at it. A lot of people looking at what happened to Young Dolph as a lick. And I'm talking about on the internet. This right here is a lick for them. This is the opportunity for them to get ran up and make all types of money by putting all types of crazy narratives into the atmosphere, okay? By putting all types of crazy narratives into the atmosphere. I see people, they blame the cookie shop, but they won't blame Yo Gotti or nobody from CMG. Like it's weird to me. Like it's something wrong with that. And people don't see that. They'll blame the cookie shop, but they won't blame anybody from out of CMG. Y'all, that's it's something wrong with that. That ain't even logical. Okay? That ain't even logical to do something like that, to blame the cookie shop and not blame CMG. But you see people doing that, right? And and I would think that people's spidey senses would start kicking in, right? Hell, my best friend related to Black Youngster, but I think I've been saying since the very beginning that he gonna go down because he definitely had a part in what had happened to Young Dolph. Right? It's not me hating on him. It's the truth, and you have to reap what you sow. That's just the way that it goes. Okay. And so just because it ain't happened yet, I mean, that means nothing. I'm not investigating the Young Dolph's case. Okay. I'm not investigating the Young Dolph's case. So I would be out of place to decide, especially since I don't know everything, when people that are investigating the case should decide on when they should go and make their arrest and stuff. That's them folks' case. Okay. I never wanted, I don't want to see, if they put the video out, it would be disrespectful to Young Dolph's family. Okay. Just like with what they, would happen to Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle has children. I mean, I would think that they would not have sold that video, but that's what happened. The people, somebody sold that video or something. Okay. And it was put out. They didn't think about what Nipsey Hussle's children would feel as they he got a daughter that's old enough to understand his family or anything like that. That was wrong, right? Young Dolph's situation has a lot more dynamics. Everybody already knew it was not any guessing as it relates to what happened. It was one person out there, but you're talking about a conspiracy as it relates to Young Dolph, where there were many people involved. Okay. And when people start talking, listen, if the people didn't have none, folks wouldn't be feeling pressure to talk. See, that's when you know that the people is moving in the right direction and they got their stuff basically sewn up. People start feeling pressure to start talking. Okay. Thank you On the Fly Nutrition for the cash out. Okay. I appreciate you all's cash outs. I appreciate that so much. That's when you know. So when people say they don't have anything, if they didn't have nothing, wouldn't nobody be saying nothing. They'll say, okay, well, give me what you got. Okay, but people have been folding. And if Young Dolph's artist was involved, the first people they would have told on, since they had an issue with his artist, that would have been the first people that they told on. Man, his own people did that to him. Straight Dropping Cornelius and them ain't said that not one time. Tease It didn't say it either. None of them said it from my understanding. So why implicate or I guess verify certain people that you might have had some type of affiliation with, but you don't verify the folks that's supposed to have been your op that you loosely don't care about? That don't make no sense to me. So, I remember when this first happened to Young Dolph, right? Key Glock was in a depression. I could tell, I'm sure he was hurt, but y'all, I was told they want to try to get him too. Right? They want to try to get him too. So when people say, Key Glock was involved, a lot of people spent that narrative because it brought views. Why the same people want to try to do the same thing to Key Glock that they had done to Young Dolph, right? They feared the rise of Key Glock. They feared him. And then I guess they thought because he took some time off or whatever, that he was not going to go up. And the young man been going up ever since, right? So then they started fearing his rise or whatever. Key Glock has more of a laid back personality. Okay. I think Young Dolph wanted to get into the industry and do a bigger thing because he had that type of personality. He's a Leo like myself. Okay. And Key Glock is a Leo. Okay. So I think they feared that. But Key Glock got back out and started doing the darn thing, and they had put different moles and stuff on the internet to try and ruin his reputation. I already knew what was happening. So that's why when people, I know what they do in media. I've been in media now for 10 years. Okay, so when folks, I get on here and I start doing my vlogs, I've been saying this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I've been in this on another level for 10 years. So I already know how they do it and what they do when they start putting their interns on the internet to try and change a narrative. When they start hiring people to put stuff into the atmosphere and they put them on bigger platforms, they pay medias to spread a narrative. That's what they do. So when they started trying to put it on my page, I would delete it. No, you're not going to spread that over here because he didn't do that. I know he didn't do it because they want to try to take him out too. The police knew that they want to try to take him out. So if he had something to do with what happened to young Dolph, why the same damn people want to try to take him out? They wanted him gone too. So they started trying to ruin the young man's career. And I have to say, I don't know what type of person Key Glock is, but he seemed to be strong to me as it relates to the public, right? Because he never responded. He never said a word, okay? The only thing he did was drop his albums and he let his success do the talking, okay? So while they was watching Key Glock, sometimes I be feeling, y'all know my mama a minister, I be feeling like I have a preach come on. While they were so busy, scared, and watching Key Glock and trying to have Key Glock see, they didn't like Snoop bands. And I used to always wonder, I was like, well, why they don't like Snoop bands? Snoop bands seem to be quiet. I said every time it seemed like Big Head have a issue with Snoop bands, and somebody finally told me, well, they know that if Snoop bands ever rise in power, he gonna be a problem, right? So I didn't know what was going on as it relates to Snoop bands. I like Snoop bands rap. My daughter likes his music a lot. He's one of her favorite rappers. Okay, and so anyways, but while they was watching Snoop bands, scared that Snoop bands and his people was gonna rise up, I guess, and get them. I don't know. And they were scared of Key Glock being successful. They took their eyes off of Kenny Money. Okay. So they took their eyes off of Kenny Money because I didn't even know Kenny Money. Get out of that paint. Riley. Want to lick my paint. Y'all know I got my paint tray out. I've been painting. You're going to end up laid out on the floor kicking. Okay. So then Kenny Money started. So they took their eyes off of Kenny Money and he went straight from the back to the front. All right. And here come Kenny Money that's got more of a personality, a loud personality, a loud flex like young Dolph, and gave him a problem. He came out of nowhere. Okay. And then he brought another one with him, Jizzle. Okay. So that's two of young Dolphs. Right. So the thing about it is, so then they started setting their eyes on them and they started doing stupid stuff, if you ask me. But the thing about it is, it all points back to one group of people, right? They all had issues with young Dolph's people. So I would like to know which one of young Dolph's people supposedly has something to do with it. If it was Daddyo has always been known as a big boss. They jealous of him. They just don't talk about Daddyo because they know he ain't gonna play with them. Okay, so they would have been glad to get somebody that's making money because Daddyo was making money before Dolph even came along, which means that he more than likely has more money than young Dolph because he had already been making plenty of money. He already had it. Okay, he was showing young Dolph how to get it. So we already know how they hate on people that be getting money and stuff. So if Daddyo has something to do with it, because I've heard people coming to my chat and say, well, Daddyo was involved. Okay, well, I'm sure everybody would have been glad. Listen. How come they ain't told on him? How come they haven't told on him? We know how they be hating on folks. They would have been told on him. They didn't do that. And I know a lot of people gonna say, well, they didn't tell on him because he was involved. They telling on their own friends. Daddyo ain't none of their friends. So before you tell on your own friend, I think you would tell on the people that you deal with loosely. They're more expendable than the people that you supposedly hold close to you or whatever at some point. So anyways, y'all, I've talked about this until I'm blue in the face, you know, and you know, when people say he was backdoored, who backdoored him? I need to know who it was, because you leave that to the imagination. And I feel like when people put stuff out and don't point you in a direction, and they leave it open and leave more to the imagination, that's manipulation. So they play with your mind when they just throw it out there and don't point you in a direction, okay? Because they want your mind to wonder. You can't make my mind wonder. You tell me who it is, or else we can't talk about it. Okay, that's how I work, because you're not gonna play with my mind. If he was backdoored, who was it? Well, what camp did they come out of? I can't say that. Well, then you, as far as I'm concerned, you're lying. You're trying to play with my mind. You're not gonna make me wonder about this, and that, and that. If you don't want to say which person it was, then you point me in the direction of the person without telling on them. Well, I don't want to do that. Well, then it's asinine. Okay, I don't let folks play with my mind like that. Okay. So, anyways, as I was saying, is it a cover up? They got all them folks in jail. They be going and paying these folks to visit and stuff. They're not gonna get on their Instagrams and tell you that. They be going and paying all them. They be going and picking them people up. Okay. And y'all say it's a cover up. It's not a cover up. It's not. Just because they haven't gotten the people at this point that y'all feel like they should get. That's how investigations go. And talking about land, I just demolished that. For those that are not in Memphis that didn't know, I just completely demolished that. That land went up after COVID. It went up from being $500 and $600 and $700 and $800 because people started getting that COVID money, and they decided that they wanted to be entrepreneurs. Okay, and then now that it's back on the damn market because they wouldn't pay the taxes on it. As a landowner, as a own houses, they went and got the COVID money, that stimulus money. And they went and bought up the houses like Young Dolph and them was doing, okay? And now the house is back in the damn land market because they wouldn't pay the taxes on them. But before that, the houses they didn't sell a house for over $8,000. Those houses were raggedy. You had to have money to put into remodeling those homes, okay? That's what you had to do. So the county owns that. The city and the county, if they didn't want Young Dolph to have them regular ass houses, they never would have put them up. They want people to buy them because they make neighborhoods look bad when they are leaning all over to the side. They abandon all of that. That brings life back into the city, to the neighborhoods. They got the money to do it, but they don't do it. They turn into drug houses and trap houses and all of that. I could just see a, mark my word. I could just see a title right now. Y'all mark my word. Write this down. I just said that it came off the top of my head that when they are abandoned, they become drug houses and trap houses. Now, mark my word. Somebody gonna say they took Young Dolph out because he was buying up all the properties and that he made them a trap house. They're gonna change the narrative, and these simps gonna believe it. Okay. And that just came off the top of my head. One thing ain't got nothing to do with another. That's not why. Okay. It had nothing to do with land. I guess when they tried to take him out 2 years in a row at CIAA, that had something to do with land too, right? Right? That had something to do with land too, right? I guess. Okay. But anyways, y'all, child, I tell you, y'all, if y'all want to call in, call in. Y'all, if y'all want to call in, call in. I guess I better start drinking coffee and everything else. We got to go way to a small town outside of Little Rock right before you go into Texas. Woo! Child. I sure don't want to. I don't feel like.
Phone.
Hey, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara. Hello?
Tam, let me holler at you one more again.
Go ahead.
All right, look, don't be mad at me, but look, you remember that live? I was in Maryland, I think you was on this live, and I think somebody was sneak this you saying something about you, and you ain't been with somebody in about 3 years, something like that.
Right.
All right, so look, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. You ready?
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave you alone. Hey, Diane Bowens, are you listening? Look, I still need you to go get your groceries test drove out. All right, this time I'm out of here. Be cold. See you.
Okay, bye-bye. Lord have mercy. He's silly. She said, Tam, I had to go. I'm getting ready to drink some more now because I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. And I guess I don't want to be tired. So I guess I won't finish painting because I'll be tired. And that drive is kind of long. She said, ain't directed, it ain't respected. That's true, Lucia. Somebody just called in from Memphis. Call back. Hey, this is Real Talk with Tamara. Can I help you?
Hey, what's going on, Miss P?
What's up? Who is this, Magnate Maze?
Yeah, this me.
What's up?
What's going on? I just called. I was calling the hotline. You got that thing jumping today.
Yeah, it's jumping.
Out the water. You got it jumping out the ocean. You started off saying, you got it. I need help painting that house. Hey, they called in. I got my ears to them. I'm waiting on them to say something. As soon as they start, I said, take the number down. But yeah, Miss D, you said a lot of real stuff. A lot of stuff you say don't click until you say it again, and it finally clicked. No, it ain't got damn. It don't think there about no damn land. Hell, if that was the case, they need to go take Boosie land. Boosie got a whole goddamn state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You saying don't get happy, but no, that ain't the case. I guess you saying what you basically saying. I interpret it for you. You basically saying there people putting anything and everything on different things, but the one main narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. They'll point it whatever. As long as it ain't on big head, they gonna put it on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I get you. It ain't about no land, y'all.
No, that land at the land bank though, if they didn't want him to have that land, they wouldn't even list it for sale.
Nah, they wanted money, if anything. Those folks ain't selling no land, that theory.
No, because all of this, these properties in the hoods and stuff like in Orange Mound, Castelia, South Memphis, North Memphis, places like that where the houses just sitting there dry rotting.
Yeah. You know how they will. That's how they did Aretha Franklin house. Am I right? You know how her
Yeah,
house
it was just sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll let them sit there and get old, and you know what I'm saying. But I always felt like they should have did Aretha Franklin house, made it look nice.
They should have made it like a tourist attraction. They should have made it just like they made Elvis Presley house. That's Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul. How they gonna just let her house just dry rot like that where she grew up in?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I remember the city was mad when they put Aretha on Aretha Franklin house on the damn that you grew in on the news, and they just sitting there got a tree laying on it and shit. But yeah, but no man, one thing I know about Memphis, I learned that by just living up, and technology is it's crazy with the technology that Memphis got. It ain't no sundown town. This is a city, so they got top-notch flight security technology. And when I'm just going on the fact, like I said, I ain't thinking SpongeBob or some crazy, you know, I ain't thinking no crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going with the facts. And when the fact came out, I say not last year, but 2022, the end of 2022, that's when, like I said, okay, it makes sense of who is involved and why they was involved and what happened. You know what I'm saying? And like I heard the guy say earlier, it's gonna go along as Lorenzo Wright case. I kind of disagree with it because I disagree with it because Memphis. It's been 2 years, but Memphis. They do have a lot going on, but at the same, because they will drag at the same time. Like you said, they building up a case. You know what I'm saying? They building up a case, and I don't think they just want to rush in and just get it over with when they want to make sure it ain't no more clues to the public. That's how I feel.
And they have a target. They have a target because they know where their money came from. It's not like they're trying to figure out where the money came from. They know where it came from.
Right.
And that's really the culprit right there. When you start talking about a large sums of money, and the people that paid it is making large sums of money, right? And then that money was probably more than likely brought in from across state lines and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was definitely some money scouted out. I mean, because like I said, it's young out. Even the DA and them know. You know, they all over that case, and then you gotta understand. We all know all this is a business from the even to the courthouse. It's all a business. So the DA and them ain't gonna let dog case just go cold like that. No, they trying to win, and they trying to get some stripes. And you know what I'm saying, because you know how them DA, they trying to be the judge. 5-10 years from now, they trying to be the one sending you up. Yeah, that was most of them do. They end up being a a judge. I don't think me just being from the city, like I know they Memphis ain't no city that plays when it comes to controversy, crime. You know what I'm saying? Because it's big. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Memphis gonna play with it. They not in that team just like they don't go back up. That's just what it is. Now, if a big man gonna go down? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way I'm seeing on folks going that young boy, PB, and playing and doing it, I don't put nothing past. I believe y'all will raise, and that's just what it is. It ain't no, man, no, I don't think they gonna do it. I think, no. Hell no. I mean, I don't know what's going on. It just depends on you gotta be cool with the president, man. What about some people have a connection with the president, Missy? You know, when he give you a part, you good.
I'm gonna tell you something, and when they really have a connection with the president, they don't be on the putting it on social media either. That's when you know they ain't really got no connection with the president. That's when you know.
Right. Nah, you don't put that. No, like when you connect it like that, and when you come, we come from the original, and
all come from the original. So it's like, when you connect it like that, that's from when you at the table and you like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody get a phone call and then your people will say, oh, that's Miss Peggy on the phone. You're like, what? But, nowadays you just don't promote everything. And that's what I think people messing a lot of their careers up. They promoting everything, and it's the social media. Everybody wanna, I don't know. It's like it's all promotion, self marketing, but it's just some stuff you just don't promote. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the outcome of it. But they're like, it's a pattern. Yeah, NBA young boy got, as soon as he got on that phone, you can't be making all this money. Then you get on that phone and you saying this, saying that. And they see they coming. They pulling up.
They coming. That's true.
They coming. You can't play with them folks when you see the first time. And I use it, and I'm gonna use it till I'm old and gray with it. It's just like LeBron James. He getting paid all this money. LeBron James can't go no press conference saying no wild stuff like that name, mate. You know what I'm saying? I throw myself under the bus. He can't talk like, he can't say what you want to say. He can't say, when you talking like that, and then Miss T, they did send it, Dr. C.B. son to 155 years. It is a law now. You cannot expose certain secrets and certain things. They would lock you up. So, I'm retired. I'm retired. If y'all ain't go, I ain't saving the world, Miss T. Yeah, the Messiah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. They would lock you up. And it's just like, I'm not putting it in this situation. I'm just saying, we up against a big enemy, but at the same time, you just know not how to play. You don't give them a show. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have as a mature mind, becoming a man. You can put yourself out there in a legitimate way, but you playing the game, you good. But once you cross the line, and that's what I learned growing up too. When you cross out the line, that's when you're messing up. And I don't care if you're on the highway, I don't care if you're playing basketball. You step out of bounds, they're going to call a play. So, but Miss Tia, young Dolph is a great man. You've been thorough about it. You've been riding with Dolph. You've been riding with Dolph, man. Since it happened. And, he was a great man. And I only reason, like I say, I'm speaking on it because Dolph represented independence.
Right.
He represented business. You know what I'm saying? He represented those things that even we'll take the negative stuff out. We'll take the street stuff out. At the end of the day, this man represented business and independence. And it's a big war. And that's pretty much all I have to say.
Well, I sure appreciate you calling in. You've been a day one, and I appreciate that so much.
I appreciate you, Betty. I'm a support to the channel. I really like some of those. Sometimes I be letting people have their thing, but let me call Betty. He got him jumping like doors. Hey, and Betty. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. I forgot to tell you the other day. Daddyo is more than Daddyo. I'm gonna try to get a kite out the Daddyo and tell him, give it to your week. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. I've been saying I want. Listen, I said I've been saying since for 2 years I want to interview Daddyo.
Yeah, because Daddyo is right up your level. He ain't moving fast. He got a little bit of gangster, and he got some money.
That's right.
He's a man. He got it in him. And that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Daddyo needs a week, so we gonna shoot a kite out and say, come on over to Real Talk with Tamara. You know what I'm saying? We gonna reach out to Daddyo, man. Get him off some crutches. What else is there? Hey, but Miss T, when you pulled up, that nigga pulling up the next day, he pulling up clean. Hey, Miss T, he gonna make you weak now. He gonna make you weak. Hey, Miss T, he gonna make you get in that damn mirror, fix that little wig, make up on that. No, man. I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't nobody told you, I'ma tell you, you deserve a good one. And I know what's going on. And if I was up in age, I'd give you a holler. You know what I mean? I'd clean out with and come paint on walls and do some trimming and put some good stain mahogany on your floor. Let me get on this home and tell me all that y'all, man. I ain't blue baby point to the center, man. Hit the like button, man. Run the lights up. I'm out.
Thank you. Magname made something else. Shout out to Magname. He said Daddy on them gonna be pulling up in Maybachs. I'm telling you. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Magname Mace heard me say I gotta give me a husband or something because I've been painting my my walls, and it's my first time ever painting. And yesterday I was so tired. I was when my mama called me, I was tired as hell, and I ain't finished yet. I tell you, but I want to interview Daddyo. I've been saying that for 2 years. I would like to interview him because he's one of the ones that we have not heard from at all. Anyways, you guys, anybody else want to call in? Number, yeah, me too, Young. The number is 662-471-8841. 662-471-8841. Monica J, I'm gonna tell you something. It's funny you said that. She said Mr. Paid in Full gonna get you. You remember I told y'all that I have a friend that from out of New York, and that movie Paid in Full was depicted about him and some of his, some of those guys in Harlem. And I told y'all he called me like once every 6 months. He liked the FaceTime. I told y'all, I said I had not heard from him in like almost a year. Sure enough, I heard from him. I was like, I ain't heard from you in like almost a year. He was like, I'm still around. You got that New York accent. I'm still around. And then he gonna say, what's up? I said, oh Lord. But we always just kind of pick. He's just a cool dude. He's just a real cool dude. Black Zach says Diane Flexible Time offer field training. I was going to say FTO is field training officer. When they say you got an FTO, that means field training officer. Yeah, field training officer is an FTO. So if you have an FTO, that's usually a new recruit or a what you call a cadet. They used to call them a P12, I think. I think that's what they called them, a P1. They called them a P2. I think a P2, because we were P1s. Wisdom Show says just came in. Can you recap? Okay, so yes, let me do a recap. Miss T, we turn up today. Yeah, we turn up today. I tell you. Somebody else has sent something. I've been missing a lot. Okay, that was Real Deal Lee, because I know them comments be going fast. You know what? They had gotten rid of those, and they just brought them back. Lucia, remember they had got rid of those for a very long time, and they brought them back. But the recap is, and now that they brought them back, hello? Thanks for calling in.
lie to you.
Repeat that for me, love. I couldn't hear you. Say that again for me. Like, shit. These dogs want to fight.
Daddy or a good interview, but you need to interview in this area too. He's doing good things for the city on the low. Bag with your guys in them, but really he would endless head them. He would endless entertainment. They the shit.
Okay, so what endless head doing for the city? Tell me, love. Tell me.
He's signing a whole lot of folks. He doing the thing. He that dude really. He learned from God. They got a relationship with God and all that, but him and Zebo and them, they doing their thing. I ain't got no side. I ain't on. Everybody say you got two sides. I ain't on that side. He's doing good stuff. Him and Zebo. The city loves Zebo.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what has Head done for the city, so I'll know. So I could consider that. What he do?
What he do? Look who he finding. He got. Hey, it ain't Bag is his artist. It ain't Bag. Bag ain't none of CMG. He got a management deal with CMG. He was endless, and then they found a whole lot of folks. Big homie G, he under there. Bag got 30. Bag that first and all this. Man, and got to get a bad rap. I ain't like y'all got a bad rap.
Why you say we give him a bad rap? Why you say that? Go ahead and tell me.
Look here. I love God, I love Dolph and all this. But that ain't got nothing to do with it. Juke might have something to do with Dolph. I can say that. Okay, I might can say that. And that's they got handled the way it got handled. But God, he won't with it. He got too much to lose. He wasn't on it. He wasn't even speaking on the golf. Tell the truth.
Why he ain't stop it then? Tell me that. Why he ain't stop it?
He wasn't in his control. Everybody think he's the boss. Juke had his own mind. That's what I think. Juke had his own mind and all whatever going on. It's some street shit. Think about it. Dolph got killed from Castalia, right across the street from Orange Mound. Dolph was just out of bounds a little bit. It's cookie shop.
I was going to say Orange Mound and Castalia right there together. Orange Mound is the back door. Yeah.
Everybody who got something to do with this Dolph killing is from right across the street. Think about it.
Well, who paid what in? But love, somebody paid them some money. Where the money come from? Who paid that money?
Come on. We already know. I'm not even in them, but I ain't even in them no more. But I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but you can see what's going on. Everything that came to having the Dolph came from right across the street. That's the most street.
But who had that type of money to pay them little dudes though?
Shit, Juke. Think about it. So, I understand the grief about Dolph and all that. I understand all that. I fuck with them folks too. When it first happened, I was like, this shit gonna go down. And shit, everybody from out of town don't understand what it is. But come on, man. Don't get y'all dog and got out, and God even did a lot for the city. You say you not from Memphis. I am. I don't know, but I don't know nothing he did. I don't know nothing Gotti did. Why he be keeping it a secret? Look at I just called you from. I am from Memphis. I'm from Memphis, but I ain't in Memphis. That's what I said. I ain't in Memphis.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I ain't even from Memphis.
No, I'm from the city.
Well, I was gonna say you got a Memphis accent, but
yeah. But come on now, y'all giving Gotti did a lot for the city.
What he do? I want you to tell me what he did.
What you mean what he did?
What he did for the city?
He done brought a whole bunch of folks up from the city or whatever.
But I'm talking about as far. Okay, now let me just say this, because we gotta be honest now. Now, what part of the city are you from? Are you from North Memphis?
No, I'm from the East.
Okay, so you from East Memphis. Okay, so now you say that he's done a lot for for the city. If Gotti, first of all, I mean me personally, because let me just say this. I used to listen to Yo Gotti's music, right? So I didn't at that point, I didn't have no issues with Yo Gotti. What I don't like is, now you got to be honest about this. Forget all that other stuff. As a human being, as a human, you know, starting back from 2016, if Gotti is supposed to be a boss, it was people that was trying to hit at that boy that came from out of his camp. That wasn't right. It was nothing right about it. When anytime you start trying to take somebody out, you've gone too far. He was the boss. It came from out of his camp. At some point, he should have risen up if he's supposed to be the boss, and he should have shut that down the first time it happened, but it continuously happened. So if it's coming from your camp, if somebody hitting at somebody trying to take them out, if you a boss, I don't know if you got your own business, if it constantly comes from your camp and you don't shut it down, that means you are in agreement with it.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I ain't gonna lie. So let's get it understood from the beginning. I fuck with Dolph and them way. I know. I go back. You talking about 2016? I go back to all this shit to 2002 with Kid Shine and all that. I know everything. My thing is, okay. I hear people up here where I'm at, dudes call each other bitches or whatever. What, man? If you call me a bitch, you got drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't deal with this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I love Dolph, the whole side. I'm talking about I love Daddyo, all that shit. I love, and I fuck with folks on Gotti side and everything. I'm talking about I know both things. First thing, Dolph, let me tell you, and I heard you say this on your side. You shouldn't get killed but you know Memphis, so you understand where I'm coming from. You know, Dolph was doing too much talking. And it wasn't even Gotti, it was folks Gotti wasn't even doing no talking. But it's like Dolph was doing too much talking to play with your bitch and this and that. You know, it's like the loudest person in the room sometimes the weakest person. Dolph and them folks really, and you see what's going on, they can get at them, but Dolph should have just calmed it down instead of just after he got shot or whatever. Fuck talking about this shit and letting everybody. He was getting like the laughs and all that, play with your bitch, you know all that. So it's like, damn, bro. And I was like, damn, Dolph shouldn't be doing this. Real killers moving silent. Gotti wasn't saying nothing. I don't think Gotti had nothing to do with Dolph up there.
Mm.
I think it was just more, like people behind the scenes. That's what he ended up. And they put it on Gotti. And Gotti ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't think Gotti got nothing to do with this. Gotti getting real money. Dolph was getting real money. I don't think y'all call him.
Well, they say Juke was getting real money.
Because of his brother.
Well, they say Juke was getting real money, but you saying he had something to do with it.
In the streets, they were from Juke. He wasn't that man in the streets or whatever. He was, he did his thing, but he wasn't that dude. I feel Juke had more to do with it than Gotti. But in Gotti, wasn't in the streets no more. But whatever Juke had going on, yeah, we know Juke was getting money. He was getting money because his brother made him getting money.
Well, let me ask you something. About how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Damn, it's the same age Juke. I would put it like this.
Okay, so you would be considered like an OG. So let me say this: you be considered OG to some of these younger dudes, like Straight Drop and all of them, right? So you came from, because I'm in my 40s too. So we basically came from around the same era. So you already know, coming up in our era, even when we had issues, we fought. So when did we get away from that and we start perpetuating that it is okay for these young dudes to be taking each other out? When we got into it in our era, we weren't just killing folks like that.
Yeah, but you still can't run your mouth and no action. I'm gonna tell you something too. I heard you and your best friend just a few months ago, like probably about 2 or 3 months ago. You and your best friend, you talking about black youngster, y'all talking about my partner and them. So I can really tell you, I heard y'all talking about pound. They're my niggas them. You and your girl talking about pound. You know, my boy Pound from out there from your neighborhood. I know all them niggas. I'm a legend out there. If you really want to know I'm a legend from out there on y'all side, okay, in South Memphis. I'm from East Memphis, but them boys respect the shit out of me. Y'all talking about pound and all that. Y'all with the Corey and Jeter. Not
Norris.
Or Hampton area and all that. Yeah, I know about all them. They know that I'm a legend. I ain't gonna put my name out there, but yeah, I'm a legend out there. You know. So I was tripping out there, y'all talking about pound, we out there elementary and all that. I'm like, stop my nigga, I'm like, they talking about pound, y'all talking about little brother and all that. I'm like, damn, I was tripping. But I'm ball and all that, you know, I know Norris and all that, I know about all that. So I'm legend. I was that nigga back in the day, but but for real, y'all gotta let off Gotti on that because he's talking about what he did for the city. Yeah. He did. He brought a lot of people up with him. He understand the business. He learned from other people like Jay and all them. And man, he got to fuck with Kanye. He fuck with billionaires. He on another level. What would he risk his life trying to kill Dolph for? And he on the soccer team. And all that. Dolph was doing his thing too. Don't get around. I love Dolph too. Don't get around. I ain't on no side. Wrong is wrong. Is right is right. But I think y'all need to help Gotti.
So do you think that what they did to Dolph was right? Do you think that what happened to him?
I don't believe Gotti agreed with it. I believe Juke probably had this shit with fucking with, you know, the Orange Mound nigga and all that, you know, somebody and all that on his own. And, you know, but he can't turn his brother in either.
You said he didn't tell his brother.
He can't turn his brother in either. You know, his brother looking out for him really, but big brother being big brother. But I don't think Gotti had nothing to do with none of that. He got too much shit going on. The man got a soccer team, record label, soccer team, and all that. And even when Youngster them did that shit, Gotti had nothing. Gotti probably was telling Youngster them lay off this shit, but them niggas had their own mind.
Well, then so you trying to tell me he didn't have no control over stopping because Youngster them kind of inherited that beef. They inherited that beef from Yo Gotti. And so then when Dolph was taken out, Youngster, so you telling me Gotti didn't approve for that video to be put out? Because you know Youngster is still up under CMG.
Guess what? Man, if you do the research, that video really was made before Dolph died. I think a little thing on YouTube when that video was when he stand on top of Dolph's grave and all that. That was really, it came out when Dolph died, but that was really made. The dude who did that video, so they did that video like 2 years before Dolph died.
So how come at that point after he was taken out, Gotti didn't pull that? He should have canned it.
What can he do? What you mean he should have canned? Sometimes a man can't control another man, no matter what money. A man can't tell me something. Sometimes probably my mind made up on something.
But it comes it comes from his label. He had to approve that to be put out.
No, not this video. No, not that just putting some on YouTube out or something like that. They ain't got nothing to do with the label, Sam. No, you wrong for that. You wrong on that. That didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm telling you, y'all giving dude a bad rap. And I ain't on no side. Like I said, I fuck with more folks on with premium. I love Grove and the young but Garden them doing it all. I was just in Cali the other day and telling my folks we don't listen to that down south music. So I heard a song on the radio. It was Keylock. Let's go. I'm like, y'all don't fuck with down south. What's on the radio right now? Niggas in South run this shit, you know. But my thing is, y'all giving dudes a bad rap. I don't think dude got nothing to do with it. That's why no charge came across him because he got too much to lose. He fucking with billionaires. With some people with Dolph. Dolph was doing his thing. I ain't gonna lie, I love that nigga. You know, I love both of them. But come on. No, I don't think dude got nothing to do. He got too much to lose. That's why ain't no charge came up. You know, but you know what happened with his brother and all that. He really he losing too. He lost his brother because of this shit, and he ain't had nothing to do with it. He wasn't egging that shit on. Dude was standing in the background. Y'all giving him the wrong rap. Real talk. Y'all give him the wrong rap. Sit back and look at everything. He got too much to lose and all that shit. He got the woman of his dream, he's fucking with and all that. Dude ain't had nothing to do with it. Now, you know, just Just say, Taz, your brother, your cousin, you could say, you know somebody in the streets or whatever. If they doing their thing, you ain't gonna snitch on them, but you might not agree with what they doing, but you ain't gonna snitch on them.
Well, let me just say this. What's your name? You don't have to give me your real name. What you? Me. Okay, me. You said me. Okay. All right, me. If let's just say this, okay. Now, hey, I'm not even into arguing because I let people have their own opinions and stuff like that. But here's the thing, because I want people to respect me, so I'm gonna respect them. But here's the thing about that, me. It started with Yo Gotti. The only reason that Juke was beefing with, because remember now, Juke and Young Dolph had a they had a rapport at some point, right? They had a rapport at some point, so they were not into it with each other.
You were Juke and Daddyo. That's really what Dolph was in his life through Daddyo. That was Juke and Daddyo had their relationship. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, well they weren't on bad terms though, right? They weren't on bad terms. It was no beef or anything, right? So if you look at it, because now Young Dolph, even I heard Young Dolph say this, right? I was looking at a video and Young Dolph said on an interview when they asked him about Black Youngster, even after they had popped at him, and you know Black Youngster was wrong for doing that now. And so he said, listen, I don't have no issues with Black Youngster. This ain't about me and Black Youngster. This is about me and his boss. He said, hey, I like what the little young dude doing. I don't even know Black Youngster. So why did Black Youngster take it up on himself as if Young Dolph had done something to him and go at Young Dolph viciously, to include allegedly popping at him and everything else? Where did that come from?
Publicity. Black Youngster was trying to get on. If you remember, Gotti was on the Breakfast Club saying, look, they were like, man, why you get your boy? He was like, yeah, young dude, I be trying to tell him. Gotti said, I be trying to tell him whatever. But that was Youngster trying to do this shit. Because Gotti had put him on, so he trying to defend his boss, but Gotti wasn't even on that shit.
Okay, well let me just say this, because I gotta interject. Okay, so when remember when Gotti, when that first happened with Black Youngster, remember when Young Dolph was hit up, right? He was shot. They tried to hit him up in February of 2017. Then they turned around and actually hit him up in September of 2017. Gotti was at the Breakfast Club. Charlemagne the God asked Gotti about it. He tried to brush it off, and he insinuated that Young Dolph was trying to sell records and shot his own car up and shot himself. And so he said, no, Charlemagne the God said, no, I don't. Young Dolph, somebody is definitely trying to take Young Dolph out. He said, have you talked to Black Youngster? Gotti's words was, wait a minute, Black Youngster, my little brother. That my little brother. And hey, so that let everybody know at that point.
He was saying to him, look. I guarantee you, Gotti wasn't pushing that situation like this to get him. Gotti wasn't on this shit, okay? Now, I ain't on no side. I got love for both sides. I know people behind the scene on both sides. You know, besides Dolph and Gotti, you know, I know the Daddyo. Y'all call him Daddyo. We call him something else. But Daddyo and the niggas behind the scene, you know, with CMG, the nigga who really put CMG in position, the niggas who put CMG in position to be where they at. You know what I'm saying? Then end up CMG got in that position, then put them niggas on, and they on right now. So it's bigger really than Dolph and Gotti. But Gotti ain't got nothing to do with it. He got too much shit going on. He ain't got no room for no beef. But it's just looking like him because they under his umbrella. Sometimes he the boss with it, but he ain't got nothing. His own damn brother really, you know, was on. Everybody knows Juke was in the street more, and all that. That's what he got something to do with.
Well, then let me ask you this, because Gotti he still owns the CMG label, right? He's still the owner. Am I right? Well, then why? See, okay, so I know that Moneybag got Brett Gang, Black Youngster has Heavy Camp, and then all of those little labels are up under CMG by way of his artist, and they have some type of affiliation with CMG.
Bag is CMG through a management deal, okay? Now, like Youngster and them, they under CMG, and everybody think Bag is under CMG, like he under CMG. Bag is endless. Okay?
Well, was he always endless? Because you remember Yo Gotti was taking him big bags of money and stuff.
Endless brought him to CMG. And then brought him to CMG. See, what y'all don't understand. This is something you folks don't know. What y'all don't know is Endless brought him to CMG. Okay? Endless, how can I say this? With Endless, okay, Juke got killed at the Bovan funeral repast, right?
Right.
Endless is part of the Bovan from back in the day. Do your homework on this. Endless part of the Bovan back in the day. So they had a relationship, guys and them both were married to the Eric Bovan dude. Endless was a Bovan back in the day. People don't know. So
you talk about Head.
Yep. Head is a Bovan. His last name ain't no Bovan, nothing like that. But from why everybody know, if you know, Head is from why Head was a Bovan back in the day, South Memphis and all that. Head is a Bovan. So they had a relationship with God way back when. And it just made sense to bring Bag to CMG because they had, that's how it is. Hey, Bag ain't, he's CMG through a management deal, but he's signed to Endless. Now, real niggas tap in if you know what I'm talking about. So, see, y'all, ain't none of y'all bloggers talked about this.
Well, I think I've heard bloggers say that they've came into my chat. They already know that Zachary Randolph took Moneybag Yo. They've been said that they took him to Gotti, so it's like a two-way deal. Well, so but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. Why you think when they was constantly trying to take him out and it was coming from those artists from around CMG, why Gotti didn't stop that?
You can't stop no grown man. Sometimes when people start,
but it make your label look bad. That's his product. That makes your label look bad.
I think Black Youngster was just trying to get on and trying to get it. Like, yeah, I got people Dolph with them. Gotti wasn't saying nothing, but Black Youngster was just trying to get on back then, and all that, and trying to take up for show his loyalty to Gotti. Gotti didn't want on this shit, but Gotti them like chill out, young bro, with them. They was doing their own thing. You think about it.
So was Straight Drop trying to get on? Because they tells me that Gotti was gonna sign Straight Drop. Was he just trying to get on?
I don't even know nothing about Straight Drop. I ain't in that generation. So I don't even know when they came and all that shit. They was killing that's a young generation. I can't get on them. I'm just saying the real truth. The younger generation, really, Dolph, I would be like, Dolph, you shouldn't even fuck with them young niggas, but he in the record label, the music industry and all that, so them young dudes, the younger generation with Key Glock and all that, was Dolph was just breeding them with the moochies and all, he was just breeding them young dudes. Before all them young niggas was Straight dropping all, and I ain't got to, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth from a little older perspective. I can't go all in the details, but man, that ain't got nothing to do with this shit. That's why ain't no charge to come. Or he's smart enough that if he knew what was going on, he still ain't had nothing to do with it. So he's in the background. But
now, so just from the outside looking in now, even if you say you don't have an affiliation with Gotti and them, do you have an affiliation with Gotti and them? I didn't ask you that. Do you?
I plead the fifth on that. I know. You keep it real. I know folks behind the scenes. They got getting money, man. This man got a point. See, y'all always talk about it. He got more ownership in the pocket. He got about the greasy. He got ownership. Why would he risk what he got going on with some beef? Dude ain't on that. Think about it. Soccer team, folks CMJ, then I be hearing you say, somebody he owed the record label $100 million, he owed him this. Man, dude got his money. He's doing his thing. He didn't learn the game from the real ones. He fucking with Kanye and Jay. He learned his game. Dude on a whole other level. He ain't on that.
But don't you? But listen, if it had been you, okay, if it had been you, forget about the affiliation you got with Gotti and now. if it had been you and
I ain't
somebody,
got no affiliation with none of them.
you just said you plead the fifth.
You say what?
You just said you plead the fifth.
Yeah, I plead the fifth. I ain't got no affiliation with them.
What you should have said if you didn't have no affiliation with him, you would have said no.
Them young dudes, whatever beat that, I believe that shit what happened with Dolph was more shit that was going on with the younger dudes. The Sophia signed some key locks and them and all that.
Key Glock them ain't did that.
No, he was the one who brought straight drop around Dolph.
He didn't have to bring straight drop around Dolph. Dolph had hung out with Truly a Mafia himself, so he probably already knew straight drop.
He was really too old to be fucking with them young niggas.
Well, I mean, Zach was too. Zach Randolph. Now, let me just say this. Now, listen. Now, I have a one of my friends now. Is over at one of those East precincts out there, and all Zach Randolph did was hang out with Truly Mafia. Hell, he was older than Dolph. Zach almost my age.
How you think Zach? I'm gonna ask you something. Okay, you say your age. We around the same age. How do you think Zach got introduced? How do you think Zach ended up coming to Memphis? Okay? Zach will come to Memphis back in the early 2000s with that green Bentley and shit. He was down there fucking with Eddie, who was his cousin, okay? Jay and Zach cousin. He was down there fucking with Eddie before he came to the Grizz. He ended up coming to Memphis, being on the Grizz. The city loves that. That's where that affiliation come from, okay? Mm-hmm.
But he hung out with Truly Mafia too. Now, we're gonna be for real about that.
And them big GD, and brother-in-law was Big Kingfish in South Memphis. I heard y'all talk about that.
Yeah, we talked about Kingfish. Okay. So, but you just said though. But the point is, you said Dolph didn't have no business hanging out with Truly Mafia, but Zach was hanging out with him. And Zach, we already know Zach was getting $100 million contracts. Why he do that?
Well, what Zach was fucking with heads. Zach wasn't fucking with them young niggas and all that. They just came together fucking with Bag and all that through the music business. Think about it.
So you saying that? Are you saying Truly Mafia what is by way of head?
No, hell no. My thing is, Dolph was fucking with like Key Glock them. Key Glock them was fucking with straight drop them and all them. And all that. Dolph really had nothing to do with that bullshit the way he got killed. But that was on some more shit. I don't know nothing. I ain't know nothing about True Mafia and all that. I heard about that shit since I've been up here with Wame and them young niggas and all. I ain't never knew about the gang or nothing like that until Dolph got killed. But what I'm saying, them niggas were fucking with them younger niggas. It really, how Dolph got killed, it was through them niggas, you know. Yeah, I ain't even know goddamn Key Glock was goddamn DL. He started to I fuck with the 5, but I put you 6 feet deep. He a vice lord. So, you know, all that, them young niggas on that other shit, I'm from old school. I know about Crips and Bloods, GDs and Texas.
Well, I mean, but Vice Lord been around a long time. Juke and Gotti won.
I come from the 80s. I'm a 70s. I know about Crips and Bloods. Then I moved to Memphis back, years ago, at the gangsters. Well, Memphis, they got it in Chicago with the niggas. I know all them niggas, GDs, Vice Lords, and all the old school. But all the True Mafia and the North Memphis, whatever, them cliques, all these sub neighborhoods. I'm old school. I know about it. I heard about it, but I ain't, that ain't from where I'm from. I'm an old school nigga like you. We old school. You grew up wasn't in South Memphis. Y'all GDs and Vice Lords in South Memphis. I know you know what I'm talking about. Then Crips and Bloods started taking over. So Because to tell you, my nigga been respect the shit out of me. Pound them. You know who it is. Y'all, I heard y'all talking about pound. I call my nigga like they talking about you. They like, yeah. So I know part of South Memphis you from.
Yeah, I grew up in Clementine, so.
Yeah, you Clementine. Goddamn Elvis Presley over there.
Yeah.
I know all about all this. I know all about this. I heard you and your friend, when y'all said my nigga name, them niggas respect the shit out of me. If you knew my real name, you seen Pound. I know the real name, but we ain't gonna say that on here. Then he gonna be like, that's my motherfucking guy. I kill about that nigga. That's how them niggas was about Dolph. But I kill about that nigga. Good niggas and real niggas recognize.
Well, I think we can agree to disagree because I feel like I do that it all started with Gotti and Gotti didn't stop it because and Black Youngster and I respect Gotti a lot. Big Juke respect his brother a lot. If he had wanted it to stop, it would have stopped. He didn't want it to stop. You don't allow people to allow your brand, your label to look bad.
How you know he ain't want to stop or he ain't trying to stop it? How you know? How do we know that? He just ain't talking about it. How you know? Like, bro, let this shit go over there. But then all along too, when Dolph beef was with Gotti, then he brought the brother into it. We bunch of big brother and all that. You know, like, dang, he brought Juke into it too. So Juke, when Juke did that post at the airport when they had NL Lee Chopper, Dolph, and it was somebody else, he was like, real nigga. And we pointed out, he said, pussy. Shit, that first time he was responding on this shit. Think about it. Mm-hmm. And that's because Dolph brought his name up in that song play with your bill. He's front of Big Brother and all that. Just remember, look, the real beef was with Juke and Big Dad. And Big Dad and Juke they ain't never said nothing, publicly about each other's beef. It wasn't Dolph serving Juke, it was Big Daddy serving, Daddyo serving Juke.
Okay, well, what Dolph said it was him. I don't think Dolph had no reason to lie.
I'm gonna tell you something. So you think Dolph was really that nigga? He rapped now. Gotti and Dolph rap about shit. So you really think Dolph was that nigga over there in their neighborhood? You South Memphis. I don't know if you know about Castillion, Board Street, and all that. You really think Dolph was that nigga, right? Dolph was that nigga. No. He was rapping about it. He probably got some good little money out of there. He wasn't that man over there. The shit he was rapping about was Big Daddy.
I believe that. I believe that. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't come up out of the streets of Castelia. And we know how Castelia is. It's mostly impoverished. You can't unless you got a winner's mind. Unless you that dude. That dude was that dude for real. And if he had not been that dude for real, Dolph, and if he had not been that dude for real, they never would have even wanted to touch him. You don't go taking people out unless you think they that dude.
Damn.
Huh?
You're talking about two different things. You're talking about the record business and you talking about the street gang. Okay. Big Daddy over there dude. Okay. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. And Dolph he might be saying ate something and ate pretty good, but Big Daddy was that dude over there. Most Day was that dude. The shit went on there right across from Kellogg's over there, right on Board Street. Dolph wasn't that dude. Big Daddy was that dude. Okay? This is real talk. Dolph rap he ain't flogging nothing like,
But a lot of people say the same thing about Gotti. Gotti was not that dude.
Gotti wasn't that dude. Juke wasn't that dude either. They try to put on Juke like Juke was that nigga. Nah, Juke, he was alright. Yeah, I know, enough more shit out of them North Memphis niggas and all that. Gotti wasn't that dude, but he had the street life or whatever. But he wasn't the skinny pimp of North Memphis or nothing like this. The old skinny pimp was that skinny. Who's on North Memphis.
Yeah, but you know what? But whether he was that dude around Castelia, he was the dude around Memphis. A lot of people respected Dolph. And let me just say this. Dolph had a different mentality than a lot of the other rappers that came up out of Memphis. Not to say anything bad about the other rappers. Young Dolph truly was one of the ones that gave back to the city. And if Dolph had been on what those dudes was on, he would have been causing. Young Dolph had a lot of money when them dudes was busting at him like that. He had enough money to pay somebody to go and bust back at them. That man didn't do that.
He even said that. My young niggas be wanting to get out there. He said that.
And he didn't do it. So why didn't Gotti stop his artists? Because when it's all said and done, it came from them.
Sometimes you can't stop. You can't stop. Hey, that was a big damn brother. Shit.
Well, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. You know why he didn't stop it? You know why he didn't stop it? And this is what anybody thinks. He didn't stop it because he was the one that ordered it. I mean, that's the only logical answer to come up with. And I respect what you're saying, but it couldn't be no other way. Because if you are the CEO of a business, if just like I got my own business, you think I'm gonna let somebody go make me look bad constantly, something that could get me put in jail, put a negative connotation on the name of my business, bring some type of retaliatory situations to other people that work at the business? No, I'm cutting you off.
What if Gotti didn't know what was going on?
It was in the news. Everybody knew. If it was in the news, if we saw it, I know Gotti saw it.
What if somebody calling talking bad on you and doing you? I might not stop it either. You call me. And in Memphis, you can't call no man, no bitch in Memphis and all that. In Memphis, I hear people, they dudes call each other bitches and all that. Hey, bitch. You can't call no man no bitch in Memphis. They get you killed.
Do you think that young Dolph was just doing that for nothing? Let's be real now, because you've had everybody, not just Mr. N, even before Mr. N said it, it was other people in the streets of Memphis talking about how Yo Gotti was going behind the scene trying to block that young man. Now, hey, you a human being. You a man. You a human being. If somebody was doing that to you, you would have the same frustration as young Dolph had. See, young Dolph put heels out front. Yo Gotti and them was doing theirs in the background.
I believe like this. I don't think Gotti had nothing to do with it. Juke, that's why they was calling. They ain't shoot at Juke. No 1, 2. They shot at Juke a couple times. They were trying to knock Juke ass off. So it's more to deal more than Juke than it is Yo Gotti. And I know they brothers with them saying whatever. Who was trying
to knock Juke off?
They shot at Juke the day before he got killed and a few more times. Look it up now. I know you in the city, so you know.
Who shot at him? Who did that?
I don't know who the fuck. I don't even know who killed him. I'm just saying they shot at him way more times. Look, Juke had a little smoke shop. He stopped promoting the smoke shop before he got killed. No, they couldn't even be in the city like that. The only reason why he's in the city because Eric Boban's funeral. And they got his there. But they shot at him the day before at the car show. That's why he put that post up about snake me and all that. They were trying to kill. They been trying to kill. They shot at him a few times, way before he got killed. Look.
That was somebody that was in his circle, because he says you trying to snake me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it ain't his bro. But y'all giving Gotti the wrong rap. And I'm on. Look here. And I understand they know him with it. I don't know Gotti personally. I dealt with Dolph and side a lot more, but I don't know Gotti personally. But I'm telling you, y'all getting dude the wrong rap. He getting the wrong side of that shit. Now he ain't lost his brother, whatever. He about family business and all that. Been putting folks on. That's what he do. You know, and Dolph did too. Now, don't get it wrong. And Dolph took care of his family and all the way he came up. I respect it. But he getting the wrong rap.
Well, I don't know if he get. Well, let me just say this, because let's just say this. I'm getting ready to use this example. If you get hit by a FedEx truck, are you gonna sue the FedEx driver?
I'm suing them all.
The driver ain't got a damn thing. You gonna sue FedEx. You gonna sue Fred Smith, ain't you?
You gotta sue that driver too. Simple fact, either one did it, and you gotta put him in there too. Even though you probably ain't gonna get nothing after you go get your money off FedEx, but you gotta put him in there too.
My point is, if you are the head of something and the people up under you do something, you gotta take the blame for that. And it was a consistent pattern coming from, as it relates to young Dolph, coming from his camp, and Yo Gotti did not one time stop it. So it leads me and many others to believe that he wanted it.
Okay, now check this out now. Since you saying that, check this out. All that crime going out of Memphis, right?
Right.
Why they when your kids do something, why they ain't charging the parents? Why they ain't charging the parents?
Well, I think they getting ready to start doing that, because they just did that with a young lady, charged her mother. So
They supposed to been doing that though. They letting all these niggas out with no bonds and all that down there, all that bullshit going on down there. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the head don't get blamed though. Sometimes the head don't even know what's going on. But that's why Key cut all his comments off when Dolph got killed and all that. He the one brought straightening him around a little bit.
Now, well, it's not Key Glock. Then is not the reason why Young Dolph is dead. Your Gotti and them is.
But Key Glock was the one that fucked with straight dropping all that.
Yeah, but what people don't know is that stuff was old. See, I'm glad you said that again because it made me remember. I remember looking at Straight Drop social media. It was about 2 years or so prior to what had happened to Young Dolph. And Straight Drop was upset. He was mad at Key Glock and Dolph, and he told Teasy that was supposed to be them. So he had issues with Key Glock too. What people do is they take old pictures. They take old pictures and put them up. Now, if you say you from Memphis, you already know Memphis is small. Everybody knows somebody by way of somebody else. Young Dolph had a relationship with some of those dudes of Trula Mafia or whatever, and then unfortunately the two young men were taking out the two brothers or whatever. But people can be cool at one time because all those dudes were around the same age, and then they fall out. And so when something like this happened, people start pulling up old pictures and stuff to try to create a narrative when everybody already know Straight Drop was mad at Key Glock and Young Dolph.
But I just got in my car. It's just like an echo when you start talking.
Okay.
It's something else. What else coming? It's like something coming from your page. Like I hear an echo in the back.
Oh, I don't know why. Maybe that's because you got in your car.
Hold on. Let me make sure. All right, let me try to get back up. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. But check this out. But really, for real, Straight Drop. Yeah, I'm telling you some real shit though.
You there?
Say what? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You cutting out though.
Hey Sam, I'm gonna call you right back. Answer the phone. I'm gonna hang up and call you right back.
Okay. Oh my God. What they say, he crunchy black. Lord have mercy. That man know he done tickled me. He said that he ain't CMG and then said, I said, you CMG? I said, you affiliate? He said, I plead the fifth. And then he said, he ain't CMG. That tickled me so bad. Rest in peace, Sean Dow says, no cap. They don't know what's going. I can expose all this Straight Drop, all them Dolph out Glock on to feed his family. He ain't have to pay for no headstone. Who ain't his people? F out of here. Thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara.
Yeah, I already know who this is.
What's up, Cypress? What's going on?
What's going on? You know, I had to call.
Now, Cypress, I'm suspicious now. You call in right after the guy called in. Y'all, I believe y'all both. You called in right after he called in.
No. I don't know cuckoo stuff. I don't even know, brother. You know,
What's the word?
I mean, like on the streets, was telling the truth.
You said as far as the what now? Your phone cutting out.
I said like as far as the streets, he was telling the truth.
As far as the streets, he was telling the truth. Lord have mercy.
Now
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I had to call in.
I don't know why everybody think that want to try to point the finger back at Key Glock them. Key Glock them ain't had nothing to do with that.
Hey, y'all might not like this, but Amber, you ain't gonna like this, Jim. It's gonna be indictments on both sides.
Well, who is it gonna be, Cypress? You ain't telling me who it is.
Well, you gonna see.
No, tell me. If y'all say it's gonna be indictments on both sides, I need to know who it is.
I'm speaking for street people. I ain't talking about no rap.
Okay, but when you say it's gonna be indictments on both sides, now when you say that, you're leading people to believe that it is rappers.
No, I didn't. I said street.
Oh, okay, so who?
All three people mingle with each other.
Well, I mean, just because they mingle with them, don't. I mean, people mingle with folks. It don't mean that they're friends or anything like that.
But guess what? That opens up the back door when three people mingle with other three people at different times when they both. That creates the back door, Tamara. They've been having the ball. I've been enjoying the show. I give me a Coca-Cola and enjoy the show.
Well, like I said, when everybody say that it's the back door, I think people need to clarify that, because I think folks like to run with the narrative that Young Dolph's artist actually backdoored him. We know that that's not true.
All the people that will think that is the people that don't know how this goes. But now, it's people on both sides that make it with the streets. It's messing with both sides. It's all going to entangle with the streets. That's why I just got in and said, hey, he was telling the truth.
He wasn't telling the truth about that, because what he did was he tried to point the finger at Key Glock. And he tried to indirectly get people. I knew exactly what he was doing. He tried to indirectly get people to look at Key Glock.
No, he didn't. He just pointed out the obvious of what we all know, but he never said that Key Glock would get indicted.
Yeah, but when you say somebody has been backdoored and then you start throwing out a name, that is indirectly trying to get that. Maybe that's not what he was doing, but that's what that does.
Well, that's how you took it, but he making the connection, like, you know what I'm saying? He making a connection for the way he sees, like, well, Dolph would never knew these cats if it wasn't for Key Glock.
Well, but that's not true. But that's not true either, because Dolph hung around Tula Mafia years before.
Right. So well, I'm from the north, so I don't know how they get down in the south, how they politics is. But I will say this, like, he made some good points, like far as street element, a part of it, and that's basically how it was going. We just gotta sit back and watch the finished product. So that's what it is. Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be indictments on both sides, both counts. It's coming.
Well, I don't know what you mean, because if they're not actually pre-artists, it's not both sides. You mean there's going to be some more people that's just indicted?
I'm not including. I ain't gonna say it ain't a possibility that they might get thrown in the plate.
But I wonder why people would say that people want to point the finger at Young Dolph's people, but they don't want to point the finger at Yo Gotti. When that's obvious.
Well, that's because Yo Gotti really don't have anything to do. Okay, so we're gonna go Gotti. Okay, yeah, his name came up here. But will they have enough to convict him? Or what some convicted felons are saying? I don't know. State-wise, it probably won't. Because he can beat that. He can buy that out. So, only way he's going to go down the field trying to go get it. I doubt if they're going to go get it for a dollar homicide. Because he's too deep with these leaks right now. So I doubt that.
If they wasn't going didn't want to get him, they wouldn't be messing with him. He said himself they still messing with him.
I mean, well, they been messing with him because he talk too damn much. One thing. But they've been chasing me since like 2002. We all know it. Because we all been running around in the streets of North Memphis, South Memphis. You all know, we all know it. But what I'm saying is going to be indictments of offense. Free has 3 people on their team that represent him. Yeah, like CMG got 3 people on their team that don't rap, and none of these people, they in the streets, but they represent CMG. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Get over it.
All these people.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But mostly all these people know each other or had some dealings with each other on the street. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they both have dealt with each other. So that creates an opportunity to open up the back door because you don't have the money that Juke has or the Yo Gotti or the Young Dolph he got. So then open up the opportunity for to create the back door for somebody to get that door. Or like if you don't have money like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be free people that gotta die for this because they don't have the money to go to the Memphis and Miami and Calabasas and New York and all that. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be in the hood and die for this. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the money to go like me and you could, and we just want to get up and go. They don't have it. So they gotta be in the hood, they gotta be the one to die for this. So that's how they shit playing out. We seeing it every day. 8-9 shooters down there for doing Memphis and all this. We seeing it every day. They putting it in your face. You can't miss it. Feel me? They putting it in your face every day. You can't miss it. On news 24/7. So yeah.
Who took Juke out? He just said somebody hit at him the day before.
Well, they've been trying to get him, and that's all I can tell you.
You said what now?
I said they've been trying to get him. That's pretty much all I can say.
Who is they?
A lot of people. I think it's people on both sides, really.
Oh Lord have mercy. Your comments are too vague. Your comments are too vague.
My comments are right on time. You just gotta get it. But it's people on both sides. It's on both sides. They created the back door for him too. I mean, I'm gonna call this straight down the line.
So you said you think Juke was backdoor. Who you think backdoored him?
He told you.
No, he didn't say. He didn't put in there who it was. Who was it?
Well, we don't know who it was, but it was you backdoor.
Rest in peace, Young Dolph said. I'm reading the comments now. I'm looking at my comments. Rest in peace, Young Dolph says they know who backdoored Juke.
Well, yeah, they know. That's why everybody, they know. Yeah, they know when it happened. Wasn't no surprise. They knew when it happened.
Well, if he was popped up at a card, so what was the card show at when he was? They said they tried to hit him up at a car show the day before. What was the car show at? Was it in Memphis?
I think it was in North Memphis.
So you know ain't nobody. So you already know no pre-artists going over there to North Memphis in their territory to try to pop up Juke. Ain't nobody going out of their territory to go pop up nobody else. They wait until they come out of their territory.
Yeah, you kind of right. He know who did it though. Who did it? They just ain't gonna ever say that.
Why was if they tried to pop him up at the they hit at him at the car show the day before? Why he didn't leave Memphis?
Oh no, I think because he want to go to the funeral. I guess I don't know.
I guess so. I guess that's what it was. I guess the better question should have been, well, how come if he just get hit up the day before, why he didn't have security?
Well, don't look like he had enough security to do it.
Well, that's right. They did say that one guy he had was security, right? They hit him, and they ain't said nothing else about him. They hit him up, didn't they?
No, they ain't gonna say too much about him. He don't want them to say too much about him. I don't blame him. No, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, he know. I mean, he knew. But I mean, I'm gonna go with Florida. I think people I think they know, man. They know. Like, you ain't just coming to a boat van front of them and don't nobody know who you is. You feel me?
I'm still tickled about that last caller when he said, "How come y'all don't head?" I didn't even hear him when he said it the first time. He said head and talk about all the good things head, endless and head doing in the city. I hollered.
What the hell they do?
I talked to him that long because he was really funny to me. I tell you, shout out to the last caller. He had me tickled.
Well, I ain't even there. I know head them ain't doing damn.
You said what now?
I ain't even know. I know head them ain't doing damn.
He said head in this doing a lot of they giving back to the city. I hollered. He wrote for the
destruction.
You said what now?
What they getting back? What they getting back?
Rest in peace, Young Dolph says the good thing Head did was try to suck. Oh Lord. He said he wanted Dolph to do what Fathead doing, and Dolph was gonna sign bag, but they switched Head lame too. That wasn't you know what? I didn't mention that to the other caller because at first Moneybag was going to sign with Young Dolph, right? I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think so. I know the rumor. From the rumor it was, but I don't know if it was the truth to that. I know they did songs with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how they. I don't know how they. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think Bad going to jail for this. And y'all know I don't believe the King of Memphis going to jail. He's a mogul, man. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the King of Memphis going to jail for this.
They took out the King of Memphis.
Man, the King of Memphis is a mogul now, man. Come on, man. Y'all know Gotti been running this.
Gotti ain't been running nothing because number one, a real king would have put his artists in their place and stopped all of that destruction, but he didn't do that. He would have caused order. He did, and instead he didn't do that. All I ever hear from people is he couldn't stop him, so he couldn't be a real king because real kings call order and put some cease to fire.
Well, he couldn't stop that, really.
Well, then he ain't no real king, and they supposed to be his artists.
He can't because you know, look at it like, okay, Juke was his artist and his brother. He couldn't stop him. Like he couldn't stop what was going on. You can't stop what's destined to happen. Only God can stop it.
No, God could have stopped it.
Now, did he know? Well, most likely, the free knew. But he couldn't stop it though. He ain't got divorced like this. He got money, but he ain't got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all want guys to go to jail so bad? That's the question I got for everybody.
I mean, it's not a point. I would prefer. I don't want him to go to. I wouldn't have wanted him to go to jail. I would have preferred that they left Dolph alone and Dolph be alive. So if that had not happened to Dolph, then I wouldn't be just wishing jail on nobody. Not even though he said that the feds had been trying to get him way before that situation with young Dolph had happened, right? But because they was determined that they was gonna kill that boy, and they was determined that they was gonna do it. You don't do that to no human being. You consistently have a pattern of trying to take out a man just because of words. So what they did was they put into the atmosphere that these, especially with these young dudes who ain't never had no guidance, that you can get emotional. And it's okay for you to get emotional and decide that you want to go and take somebody out. Now that it ain't nothing right about what they did. That man was an artist that had gotten it out the mud just like Gotti and them did, right? Let that man make it. They knew they was doing stuff to him behind the scenes. They already knew the reason why young Dolph was going at them on records. They had tried to take him out several times, so he was just putting it on record. So now I guess they mad that he was telling on them or whatever. He putting it on record or whatever. He leaves something behind so that they can have a reference. And it all leads back to one group of people. Them folks know they was wrong for that.
Yeah, that was, I ain't gonna lie, I give you that, Tamara. They were wrong for killing him, I give you that. But we're on the live, they sensible. If he don't go to jail for that, y'all still gonna think he guilty?
Yeah, everybody that's guilty don't go to jail. But at some point he going.
For what though? What they gonna charge him with? Tell me. What they gonna charge him with? Tell him.
Conspiracy.
Oh, that's a mean one now. That's a mean one now. Conspiracy, right?
Right.
If they get him for conspiracy, he's through. But I hope they don't, though. Man, leave the Kings of Memphis alone.
They're gonna get him for conspiracy. You know that.
I don't know that.
He know it.
I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. You at the police, friend.
They should have left that man alone. It wasn't it. Why couldn't they? I mean, it ain't no reasons why they couldn't have left that young man alone. Gotti could be doing his thing, young Dolph doing his thing. Them folks could have been doing their thing and going on with life. But they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it.
But I don't think about no words though. I think about some other stuff.
Like what? That girl?
Nah, ain't that no good. They get too much money to be arguing about some women. When you get money, you can smash who you want for the right price.
Well, what was it about?
I think some freak stuff. They always some freak stuff. They do with no woman. They had nothing to do with them. Jealous because they both got money. So what you gonna be jealous of?
Well, I mean, people be jealous of folks all the time.
But that's how you know God ain't have nothing to do with it. It's involved in the street.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did.
And I hate to say it, y'all ain't gonna like it, but Juke is gonna clear your goddamn all this shit. Watch that shit. If I'm wrong, I'll come out and say y'all get what. I'm really. I'll come out and say y'all I was wrong. I think God is gonna be clear from us. I don't see him going down.
You know what, Cypress? I can't argue with you no more because you ain't gonna change that. You want Gotti to stay out. Russell says, I don't care about Gotti, but I don't think he going to jail. Rest in peace, Young Dolph says he was hurt about her. Dolph ain't never have a encounter with her after that. And this was before Gotti didn't know he was in love with the girl, had a kid, and all Dolph out the cream on the top of cake. Because I don't think Dolph intentionally went after his child's mother. He said he didn't know who she was.
Yeah, I think got it going down.
Brandon says, I actually like Gotti music and hated Dolph, but after the hate, the feelings reversed. What? Why you hate him?
All y'all was Gotti fans at some point. Y'all put the issue there. All y'all was Gotti fans at some point for it. Y'all don't some of y'all become Dolph fans in November 17, 2001. Y'all stop.
Well, I will say, well, true, because I think I always said like Gotti was during my era, and then afterwards, like I started seeing, you know, paying a close attention and seeing like what all Young Dolph was really doing for Memphis, because you know I had stopped really. I was more into gospel music. I had gotten. You know, I'm not the type, I was never the type to listen to a whole lot of rap anyways. But during that time, I was listening to rap. Like I said, Yo Gotti and all of them was like in my era. And then I got more into like R&B, old school, and gospel music, right? So when I started seeing when Young Dolph was taken out and all of those people were standing out there, you know, around I remember when I first saw it, like one of my Facebook friends who I'm cool with, she was at the auto mechanic shop over there. You know that auto mechanic shop? I think it's called Dunn's Auto Mechanic Shop. And she was like, all these people out here for Dolph. She couldn't even get out. She didn't have no way to get out. So she had to get out and start walking because she couldn't pull out because everything was blocked, right? And she was like, wow, they saying Dolph was killed. All these folks out here for Dolph. But then, you know, once we started hearing about all of the stuff that the man was doing, he was a philanthropist, all of that. Of course, it made more people, especially even people that was like into gospel. Like I can remember the lady that was running for, she was running for DA's office, a black lady around the same time that she ran with Steve Mulroy, okay? And I remember I called her because I was working in her campaign at that time. And she is U.S. attorney. She's a U.S. attorney. And so she said, she was crying. She said, I know you calling me to tell me about Young Dolph. And she said, I haven't been able to stop crying. People was talking about that then, some of the leaders in the city, the philanthropy at that point. And I was like, huh? Because I wasn't even calling her for that. She was like, I can't stop crying. He did so much for the city. Her name Linda Hudson. Okay. And so it was a lot of people, you know, when folks start seeing, like, even if they don't really listen to rap music, but they start seeing that you are a father, you was a philanthropist, you're doing some stuff in the city of Memphis, right? They was hurt. And that lady is a well-known attorney.
She ran with Steve Mulroy and Steve Cohen. She's cool.
Okay. You said what now?
She ran with Steve Mulroy.
She ran, well, she was in the race first. And then Steve Mulroy I said Linda Huston, Linda Harris. Steve Mulroy had said that he was not going to run against her. He actually, was supporting her campaign. And then Steve Mulroy stabbed her in the back. She a black lady.
That's Steve Mulroy, Steve Cohen, they all crooks. Anything the last name for, they all crooks. And we're gonna tell the truth.
Miss Kitty said, I'm calling in next. He says, after the incident, I stopped listening to him. You know what? I don't know. The last time I heard that they was going to drop, they didn't drop. So I don't know.
I think it's going to be after straight drop trial.
Look at No Love said he got married.
Man, No Love is a clown, man.
He went and got married.
No Love is a clown. No Love is a clown. He need all the tickets he can get.
He says, I seen the play Gotti got Black Youngster to get at him thinking he thought was going to back down. And when he didn't, they pushed. Yeah, that's what happened. But they was doing stuff to him in the background.
Wrong.
Okay, well then what happened then?
Nice try. I think Black Youngster told to do that on his own. I agree with the caller that called in right before I did. You hear me?
You said what now?
I agree with the caller that called in right before I did. I think Black Youngster chose to do that shit himself. Black
Youngster was doing that for somebody else.
Hey y'all in the chat. It's Cypress. Do y'all think Black Youngster going to jail? Say, Tamara.
Huh?
Did they what they say in the chat? I said, do they think Black Youngster going to jail?
Rest in peace, Sean Dawes says Black Youngster ain't have no money before Gotti turned him up. Gotti lame and anybody with him, that's something. ZK says, we know you did agree with the caller, Cypress.
But Black Youngster was running around with Player Fly at the time, so we know he didn't have no money. Player Fly put everything in his pocket and in his shoes and his wallet up his damn nose. We know Black Youngster didn't have no money. I mean, it's the truth, Tamara. You know I'm telling the truth, Tamara. That's some South Memphis news for you. That's some South Memphis news. When you gonna throw another platinum? When you gonna throw another platinum?
I don't know. I you know what? I'm getting ready to I gotta run out of town. But maybe let's see what I got to do. So, I probably be back home Sunday. So maybe I'll do a Platinum Sunday.
I bet. Y'all better show up and show out, man.
We'll go live and drop some stuff in there.
When you leaving today?
Tonight.
When you leaving today?
Tonight, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll pop out later. I don't know. I feel good in that. The callers and Croco Cypress pop on out the thing. I enjoy the show today.
So
No,
so
man.
Cypress, tell me, is why you don't think that Yo Gotti had anything to do with it, or is that just wishful thinking? Because see, what you do is you kind of confuse the people. One minute you say you don't think he had anything to do with it, and another time you'll say you think he did, but he ain't going to jail. That's two different things.
Well, what I meant, because y'all took it wrong. Asked me, did I think he know? I'm like, everybody knew. Everybody knew, but I don't think they got enough to charge him. I don't think he's going to jail for it. But I could be wrong because I don't know what the feds know. Okay, but if I had my way, I don't think he's going to jail for it.
No, we don't know what they know because this stuff has been going on since at least 2015 or 2016, and I think they've been watching since then, and there is a pattern.
And this is what made me mad about the whole situation. Like the Fed watched all this shit. They could have stopped it if they would have wanted to save young Dolph life, but nobody never touched that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody never speaks on that. They could have saved young. If y'all had the phone tap to the point where y'all know where this shit started, y'all heard the phone, y'all could have stopped it, man.
Nah, what people don't understand is when they get subpoenas and stuff to get the phone tapped, you can't just sit up and listen to somebody 24 hours a day. There's stipulations on certain things as it relates to the tapping of phones and stuff. You can't just listen to all conversations or whatever. Their stipulation is different for each state.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it would have been a white person, and they would have tried to stop this. Because this man was black and a millionaire, they let this man get killed, and they could have stopped it. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way to dress it up. They could have stopped it. Had it been somebody white, they would have stopped it. And like, hey man, you know your white trying to get you knocked out. They do it every day.
Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. How about Gotti? How come they didn't stop themselves? How about having some type of self-control?
Well, it's because it didn't have nothing to do with him. Like it was all sweet. But yeah, you got a point to a certain extent because his name is coming up. You got to put on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his name been coming up.
His name is Blake. You got a point. I can't take that away from you. But it probably the free element of it. He ain't got no voice in it. Yeah, he got money, but he ain't got no voice. He gonna run that deal.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh well. Anyway, Cypress, I'm getting ready to get off because my phone get ready to die and I can't find the charger.
All right, I'll catch y'all later.
All right, hon. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, then.
All right, y'all. We've been on almost 3.5 hours. My phone get ready to die, and so it's got 3% on it. So I'm gonna find the charger and let it rest while I get ready. I pack my stuff up. So, anyways, you guys, I appreciate you guys getting on. I'm gonna try to, if I don't come back, if we don't, I don't see it because we got a pretty good ride. But I might strike out coming back home tomorrow. I don't like being away from home, especially being. Anyways, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna try to do some videos before we leave tonight because we're leaving about 9:00 tonight. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I want you guys to know I enjoyed you guys today. All of the callers that called in, okay, we had some good conversations today, y'all. That caller that called in talking about he won. I still, when I think about that right now, I get tickled. That man said, how come you need to talk about what head and endless, all the good things they doing and how they giving back in the city? I hollered, Lord have mercy, that tickled me so bad I couldn't hardly stop I was chuckling so I couldn't hardly stop. I said, Lord have mercy. And I said, you see, are you affiliated with CMG? He said, I plead the fifth. And then go say, I ain't affiliated with nobody. I ain't on nobody's side. But then it came out, though. You let him talk, he come out. Then gonna say, I plead the fifth. Lord have mercy. I was just too tickled. But anyways, you guys, I really I appreciate you guys stopping in today. As always, okay. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Be safe today. I love you guys. I'll speak with you later.